Is a sports presentation of the Pottsville Broadcasting Company and T102 Radio.
When you take that field today.
When you put that uniform on.
You cannot be afraid to lose.
You were meant to be here tonight.
This is it. This is our destiny. Now is the time.
We got to go out there and we got to take it, right? Take it.
The take was yours.
If you can do that, gentlemen.
I don't care what the scoreboard says at the end of the game. In my book, we're going to be winners.
If you do that, we cannot lose.
And now it's time for the pageantry of high school football in the coal regions on your live local sports leader T102 and streaming at T102radio.com.
Everybody believes that the District 11 playoffs is a week away. Tonight's matchup between the Cardinals of Pine Grove area and the Tamaqua area Blue Raiders is not a preview of what's to come. This is win and you're in. The Cardinals may be the best 2-5 team in the region, with their losses being dictated by a few points. Shea Morgan, Brody Robinson, and Colin Ibera have been constant contributors for the entirety of the season, and Josh Leininger returns after a 2-week hiatus, and the field general has been the glue that has held it all together. The Blue Raiders opened the season in fine fashion, reeling off 3 wins in a row. However, the last few weeks have seen more twists and turns than Wildcat Road. Nate Wickersham and Nate Curvey have provided the offensive firepower in the running game, and Nate Gregoire seems to be a touchdown throwing machine when he climbs under center. Somebody's going to find the glass slipper and become Cinderella at the ball tonight. Can the Cardinals surge at the right time and win their way into the playoffs? Or will the Blue Raiders power their way into the District 11 3A dance? The playoffs await our winner as Pine Grove area is at Tamaqua tonight on T102 Sports.
The T102 High School Football Game of the Week is brought to you by the following community-minded sponsors. Black Rock Truck and Equipment. We focus on one customer at a time. You. Joe Thur's Automotive. Get world-class repairs by a world-class technician. Daywall and Legal Hardware Incorporated, Schuylkill County's Harmon Stove headquarters. Mac Tools, they're not just tools, they're Mac Tools. Lehigh Valley Health Network, your health deserves a partner. TV Landscaping Supply, make your property the all-star in your neighborhood. HB Steel & Sons Oil Company, providing year-round comfort since 1947. The Burke Schuylkill Oil Heat Association. Modern oil heat, warm, safe, and reliable. Aaron's Sale and Lease. Trust Chet and find the big score. CACL Financial. You won't find a better fiduciary relationship anywhere. Easy rent to own. Bad credit, no problem. Everyone's approved. OIP Pottsville, where the food is flame smoking good. Wiener Iron and Metal Incorporated, recycling for our future. Phoenix Physical Therapy. At Phoenix, you can recover, recharge, and rise. Rinaldi Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Drive happy. Vito Rinaldi Chevrolet. Check out the all-star lineup on the Gold Star Highway. Adelphia Seafood. There's fresh and there's Adelphia Fresh. Fish and seafood so fresh, you'll swear it was just reeled in. Reynolds Consumer Products. We create products people love. MI Windows and Doors, the clear choice. There's a lot that goes on behind our windows. Sunbury Motor Company. SMC is where you want to be. The T102 High School Football Game of the Week is also made possible by the following local businesses.
Rodnick's Discount Groceries. Check out the savings each week. Tell them Joey sent you. NFI Industries. We pride ourselves on delivering completely customized supply chain solutions no matter the industry. Burgers Market, where you'll find great savings on Lover's Lane. Warner Lumber, your helpful place for kitchen design with over 50 years of experience. BG's Value Markets, 4 convenient locations to serve you in Pine Grove, Minersville, Millersburg, and Jonestown. And Libby's Ice Cream House and Restaurant. Family-friendly dining, home-style American meals, homemade pies and cakes, and Libby's Ice Cream. It's time to head high atop the press box in the land of running water as the Tamaqua Area Blue Raiders play host to the Pine Grove Area Cardinals. Here's our broadcast team of John Powers and Chaz Hepler.
High atop the press box we are, and what a difference a week makes. Thank you, Mother Nature. As, boy, John, it's feeling like football season all of a sudden here tonight as Pine Grove making the trip to the land of running water. The Blue Raiders, and boy, does this game have implications written all over this one.
Big time, and that running water may freeze by the end of the night, so leave your stuff dripping here. But, yeah, this is a big deal. We talked to both coaches. This is what it's about, man. You come down to the last game in a season that nobody would have predicted would get this far, including you and I, buddy. We thought things could change, and I'm just thrilled that these kids get an opportunity, and now somebody gets to do it on the field. That's the most important part.
Indeed it is. And, John, the Burke Schuylkill Oil Heat Association would like to remind all high school football fans to enjoy the weather outside but stay warm and cozy inside this heating season. You can contact one of their member dealers for the best in home heating comfort. Remember, each member dealer is a local full-service company with roots in our community. And Burke Schuylkill Oil Heat Association certainly speaking up now as temperatures fall. But, you know, John, when you take a look at the Cardinals, we've seen this Pine Grove team in action this year on a couple of occasions. And, man, your heart breaks with how some of these games have gone for this Pine Grove area club. I mean, they've been in most of them. They've been right around it. Couldn't find at the end the momentum to pull out these wins, but 2-5 entering tonight. But, boy, they have some playmakers.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, all season long with this readjustment, let's call it, of schedules, Pine Grove's knocked heads with a lot of the big boys all year long, and they've been competitive in every one of those games. And, you know, except for maybe 15 points in those 5 losses, they could be looking at 5-2, 6-1. I mean, that's the kind of year it's been. But Frank has been very honest. He was bit by the injury bug, and it certainly changed a lot of things. But it allowed some of his younger players to step in there. You'll hear Frank talk about that later. But that's a big key because Frank uses the phrase, or the word, so does Sam all the time. It's about the program, and a lot of kids have gotten ready to continue with the winning ways of the program.
You know, you bring up about the program, and here at Tamaqua last year, you made the comment you were Tamaqua-ized.
Yes.
As we were with the program through that lengthy run through the states when the Blue Raiders seemed to peak at the right time. Now, some of the faces have changed. The first name became plural as Nate Boyle was the straw to stir the drink last season, but this year it's Nate Wickersham and Nate Kirby. So now it's 2 Nates taking the place of 1, and the Blue Raiders a little up and down.
They definitely have been up and down, and Sam is very honest about that. They had some blowout wins, and unfortunately they had some tough games running down the line, but at 4-3, and they did. They had a reload to get ready for this year after that incredible run last year, and I think they've been very successful with it. And tonight, it'll be proved right out here on the field.
Indeed, it's all going to hang out because you need to win this game to position yourself. North Schuylkill, Notre Dame of Green Pond locked into this tournament, and then you have Jim Thorpe, Tamaqua, and Pine Grove still trying to claw their way for a seat in this.
Yeah, there are still 3 very distinct possibilities that could happen here based on what may happen tonight here and around the area. Most of it falls in the seeding, and, you know, it's amazing because there are games in all the classes that we have in Schuylkill that pretty much depend on tonight's game, which makes every one of them a big-timer.
Indeed. Well, you had the opportunity to catch up with Frank Gaffney last night coming into this game, and let's hear what Coach has to say before this one against Tamaqua tonight.
We're here with Frank Gaffney, head man of the Pine Grove Cardinals. We're nearing the end of the regular season, and you are still in a position to come up with
You are clear.
district play. Take us back a little bit to your season, and then we'll talk a little bit about tonight's ball game.
You look at the entire season, I've said it since week one. It's all about staying healthy for us in Pine Grove. We've seen the worst of the worst with injury and everything that's happened with the COVID-19. This week, we're going into it for the first time in, I think, 4 weeks. We're finally healthy, which is finally nice. We have Josh Leininger back, Dalton Geesey back, and then our entire offensive line, everybody's healthy. So going into this week, we're going back to our original, everything we do. It's nice to finally have us back in the form that everybody's healthy.
Oh, well, I got to tell you, watching your games, and we talked to you early. Frank and I had mentioned that you had been snake bitten. You look at the points you scored and the points you've given up, almost exactly the same, and change a couple touchdowns, and you guys would be looking at 5-2 instead of 2-5. And especially with those injuries, your kids have certainly stepped up, and good health couldn't have come back at a better time.
Absolutely. I mean, you look at the entire season, I've said it, and a lot of people doubt us, but you look at week one with Green Pond, we have 2 injuries, big players. North Schuylkill, same thing, going through an entire season. It's hard for us right now because our entire offense and defense, we have 9 players who are playing both ways. We finally figured it out 2 weeks ago against Panther Valley. We moved some people around. We played Panther Valley and Lee Heighton without Josh Leininger. I've said it since day one. He's the best dual threat quarterback in the area. So when you get to that point and you don't have the best player in the area as quarterback, it's tough. We know it. Everybody else knew it coming into it. I talked to Tom McCarroll last week before the game. He said the same thing to me. When you don't have Josh Leininger, a completely different game. We're playing a 15-year-old kid at quarterback. That's tough for any coach in the area when you're doing that.
Yeah, and you're going up against a Tamaqua team that's been up and down somewhat during the year. They certainly like to use the running attack going into this ball game. They've got 4 kids who are just putting a lot of numbers on the board. Tell us about your prep for this game against the Blue Raiders.
When you watch them against a game like Pottsville schemed very well against them. Pottsville's running defensively, pretty much the same thing we do. A lot of people think it's a 5-2. We were in a 3-4, but we adjust very well to the run. Last week, we were out 2 big players defensively. So for us, going into this week, we know what Tamaqua does. It's exciting. Exciting for us as a program, year 3, to be able to contend for another district spot. A lot of people checked us off early in the year because of the schedule we played, but my kids, they just keep playing. When you get to that point in the season when you understand that you played by week 4 a schedule that was 18-2, that's big for us. A lot of people in the Pine Grove area and the community think about the schedule we're playing. They don't tip their hat to it, but I do it as a head coach. You understand, and you guys do too, that when you're playing that type of schedule, that's big for us.
Oh, yeah, it prepares you for the big time. And you mentioned Leininger. Not only does he come back and bring those running legs with him, he was very effective throwing the ball earlier in the year, and he was also one of your leaders on defense also. So that has to make you excited because Robinson, Ibarra, Lehman have picked up the slack, but adding Leininger on the defensive side certainly, I think, adds to your chances tonight.
Absolutely. You got to understand that, not many people realize that, offensively, bringing Leininger into the game, that is a completely different game for the past 2 weeks. He's thrown for 1,000 yards already. Defensively, he has over, I think it's 70 tackles between Robinson and Ibarra, both close to 100. Mm-hmm. And then you're bringing Lane Lehman. You talk about the Lehman name. You're talking about a kid who's a freshman, 14 years old, 14, that's playing on Friday night. There's not many programs in the area that are putting 14-year-old kids on the field that have 70-some, 80-some tackles on Friday night. Obviously, every head coach's goal, you want to win. But we're sitting here looking at the big picture is how can we be sitting here talking at week 8 with Tamaqua, a great program, that we have multiple freshmen playing on the field. And it's, as we said the past 2 weeks, we got to show up and play. With Josh back in rotation, it's a completely different game. It's exciting for us on defense.
Yeah, and it's exciting. And here we are, big game against Tamaqua tonight. A lot of marbles to be won here with a big victory. So good luck tonight against those Blue Raiders.
I've always said Tamaqua, when I coached at Haven, a well-established program. I mean, every week they come out to play. But, for the first time in a long time, there's a lot of people sitting there saying, Pine Grove area, here they are. Week 8 competing for another district spot. Not a lot of people talk about that.
Well, we appreciate you coming on and giving the fans a chance to hear that. Frank, thanks again for taking the time with us.
Absolutely. I appreciate you calling.
John, do you get a feeling that Frank Gaffney is saying this kind of legitimizes us, but I don't feel like enough people respect us?
Yeah, I think, and I agree with him, I think they've been overlooked. I really do, Chaz. We've seen them play. We've seen them play twice. And great efforts. They came up with that big game, beating Blue Mountain at Blue. And, of course, Blue turned around and kind of caught fire there. But, yes, I don't know why. If you're just looking at a record, then you're missing the real essence of what this team has done, I think, this season in some of those tough losses. And as he says, Mason Crow stepped in and did a great job. Leininger's that leader that you need back in there at crunch time. I'm sure Mason would have done a good job, but, boy, when you talk about Leininger throwing the ball, running the ball, and defense, which you're forced to do in a lot of the smaller schools, and he's excelled at all three.
Well, John, we try and find out where our game reporters are. Former sideline reporters. We try and find out where our game reporters are at. Now, you and I know now where Joey Shimo is because he's texted some pictures. But let's let the listeners know, where in the world is Joey Shimo tonight?
Joey Shimo reporting from Thorpe High School for matchup between the Nativity Green Wave and the Jim Thorpe Olympians. Both teams coming to this contest tonight with 5-2 record. Last week, Nativity beat Haven, and Jim Thorpe dropped a tough game to Pottsville. The last time these two schools met on a football field was 2002, with Nativity coming out with a 32-31 victory.
So there you have it. Joey will be giving us updates tonight from that Nativity Jim Thorpe game, which has huge implications for a lot of things going on. Class A, 3A.
I gotta talk to Joey though. I know he's in Jim Thorpe, but I thought I heard a little Irish music in the background. I don't know if he's at the game or not, or at one of my old haunts. But Joey is the guy.
Old haunts.
Old
You're
haunts.
fibbing.
New haunt. Everyday haunt.
But what do you say we take a time out here? On the other side of the break, we're going to hear your conversation with Sam Bonner. The Burke Schuylkill Oil Heat Association members take pride in not only delivering heating oil, but also offering heating and cooling services to satisfy all of your home energy needs. To find your local dealer, visit www.bsoha.org and find the member search section. Pine Grove, Tamaqua to do battle tonight. High school football game of the week on T102.
Right, Sam Bonner of those Tamaqua Blue Raiders. Welcome back, Sam.
Hey, thanks for having me on, man.
Well, yeah, and hey, big game coming up, buddy. Nearing the end of the season here, and big game against Pine Grove tonight for a chance to move on into that district play. Give us a little bit of a wrap-up as you see it on your season, Sam.
Well, we started off pretty hot, started off 3-0, lost a few tight ones there in between. Basically one-score games, the possible Jim Thorpe, it didn't play out like out to our potential in the Blue Mountain game, and, we came back, and, after first playing North Schuylkill, then possibly fifth, and ended up playing Penn Argyll last Friday, and, got a needed win, after losing those couple in a row. So, right now we're sitting 4-3, and, have an opportunity to go 5-3, and, make districts. It's probably right where we wanted to be at this time of the year. And like I just mentioned to you before, it's just amazing that we're going on Game 8 right now. I don't think a lot of people saw that, 2 months ago.
That's true, and boy, I'll tell you, last week and through most of your season, your running game has been exceptional. Kirby, Hess, Wickersham, Shikram, you guys really have established yourself as one of the better running teams in the area. Is that what you're aiming for against this Pine Grove team?
Yeah, no doubt. We're not going to try and change what we do well. Each week we're trying to complete a few more passes to loosen things up. Steve Kostecki had 2 touchdown passes last week. Hopefully that kind of helps us, getting a couple guys out of the box. But we know our forte this year is running the football. You mentioned those names. I think we have 4 guys with over 400 yards of total offense. Kirby closer to 7. So we got those guys kind of sharing carries, sharing plays. And I always feel it's a good thing when you can spread the ball around like that.
Yeah, and you can throw the ball. It's not like you can't. Wickersham has made a lot of yardage out of his completions. When you look at just percentage, it doesn't jump off the page. But he's hit some big-time passes during this season.
Yeah, definitely. And actually, he caught 1 or 2 as well. We have him kind of bouncing all over the place. Nate Gregoire is a kid that stepped in. And, a couple formations we have, he's our quarterback. And he's done a good job kind of stepping in there and giving us a chance to get Nate Wickersham, who's probably one of our better athletes in some different areas. So, we've been trying to play around with a lot. And, we had I always call it our last supper. We have a steak dinner tonight for our class, and especially for our seniors. We have them step up and talk. And one thing I mentioned, we have a lot of guys that are unselfish that are playing a lot of different positions this year.
We've heard that a lot. You mentioned Nate Gregoire. Now, I had it written down. How many other guys in the area have 40% of their completions going for touchdowns? A little bit of shenanigans out of the backfield that paid off with touchdowns for you with Gregoire throwing the ball.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, he has, I think, a touchdown pass the last 2 weeks. He seems to be one of those guys. It's his first year playing for us. He's getting a little bit more feel for the offense and, what to read when he's throwing that football. He's actually made some nice catches for us at tight end as well. And again, he's another one of those guys, playing more in one position on offense and defense. So I can't say enough about the kids that I have this year, being unselfish and spreading themselves away. No complaint. That's my big thing. And not one kid complain about not getting the ball enough or having to play a different position.
Well, now you have a Pine Grove team that's been up and down all year. We talked to Frank earlier. They've been snake bitten in a couple of games, but they have quite the passing attack with 2 kids who are just tremendous with the Morgan and Giese kid. How do you go about defending them and not letting them hurt you?
It's tough. I said, the quarterback number 3, he's a handy kid. He'll break the pocket on you. He'll make a lot of plays with his feet. But last year, I think he was more of a running kind of guy. This year, he's actually coming around as a passer. 10 and 11, someone knows I always go by numbers more than names. Mm-hmm. But both those guys are, like you said, they stick out on film. They're athletic kids. They get a lot of yak, a lot of yards after their catches. They're guys that we know we're going to give up a couple plays on them. So we just got to make sure that we don't give up that real big one that's the back break.
Yeah, and you mentioned these receivers, especially Shea Morgan. We've talked about him all year long. Do you get a special package for games like this, or do you just stick with your regular defense?
Yeah, we actually looking this week. We're tweaking a little bit of stuff on our defense, trying to show some different looks in different settings. So I'm hoping that kind of throws them off a little bit to start out. And who knows, it might be a wet game tomorrow night. Sometimes I don't know if that helps the passing game or hurts it, but we're hoping that it hurts it a little bit.
And that's the trick. You just never know. And before I let you go, you mentioned Wickersham, his offensive skills, and I'm a numbers guy. 71 tackles and 4 sacks on the year for this young man. That's got to make you smile each and every game.
Oh, no doubt. He double digits, I think, for about 3 weeks in a row. I think he had 17 2 weeks ago. he's a kid. I think he'd be a great college linebacker. I'm hoping someone gives him a peek. So good wrestler. And again, we knew having him come back. He was a big part of our defense last year on our district championship team. We knew that he was going to be a special kid coming back. And this year he's one of the guys. He's like a Nate Boyle guy. He doesn't come off the field. He makes plays on defense. We have him running the ball, catching the ball, throwing the ball. So again, he's another kid that he's done a great job. I think he's one of the better all-around players probably in the league.
Yeah, and lastly, after a touchdown and one time in a field goal position, your place kicker 15 for 20, PATs 1 for 1 for field goals. Tell us a little bit about her.
Yeah, she's kind of stepped in. She's done a real good job for us. Last week it was big. We're up 7-0. She hit a field goal before half to put us up 10-0. It's always nice going in, scores up. So, Sophie Boyle, Nate, I'm sure everybody knows Nate Boyle. He's one of the better football players to come out of Tamaqua probably of all time. But that's a sister. She's a soccer player. She's a real good soccer player. But, we're happy to have her. Like you said, a lot of people tell you, that extra point and those field goals, they're hard to come by sometimes in high school, and she's been doing a great job for us.
Oh, well, that's great. Well, we're thrilled to be back with you, Sam. So good luck against those Pine Grove Cardinals.
Thanks a lot, guys.
You bet.
John, to hear Sam Bonner talk about how the pieces fit in Tamaqua this season and how the team, and he's still calling upon so many kids to do so many different things, but the wealth of spreading the ball around has certainly paid dividends for the Blue Raiders.
Yeah, he's got a stable of backs. Let's just say it. Again, they don't throw the ball that often, but when they do, they're effective. But those backs, and when you talk about kids like that, Chaz, I love that lead in here because the offensive backfield of the Tamaqua Blue Raiders is the starting linebacking crew on the defensive side. They don't leave the field. They just move to a little bit different position, and they've come up big all year.
John, sadness, jubilation that we're in Week 8, the final week of this regular season, but sadness that Skook News will not be with us in the district playoffs. And when you look at it, the District 11 committee meeting this week and discussing how they were going to handle media and the like, and Skook News all year with us did this as a community service. The folks, Justin and the folks at Skook News, made $0 from providing a video of what we do on a Friday night, so people who couldn't get in to see the game could watch it and hear what we were talking about. And, if you're upset about that out there listening to us or watching on the stream right now, either at WAVT Pottsville or Skook News on Facebook or skooknews.com, we implore you, contact the District 11 officials and explain to them that, this was a free gift to the public.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm reminded of the phrase, no good deed goes unpunished. And I'll say it, I don't care about District 11. I'm appalled at some point that you don't say, this is what this guy has done all year long for nothing, and it is a service to so many of the teams. And then when crunch time comes, it's, oh, hey, sorry, nice job, but no deal. I'm not buying it.
Because they want him to pay an exorbitant amount of money in order to do what he's doing.
Yes, and I think the legal term for that is bull.
Okay. All right.
And that was from me. That's from me, if anybody has.
So, he's more than welcome to travel with us. I'm sure he's grown quite an affection to being in the vehicle on car rides with us.
In many different ways.
Yeah, But anyway, John, let's take a look at our Lehigh Valley Health Network injury report. Sports injuries or other orthopedic needs, Lehigh Valley Physicians Group is just a phone call away. Their unrivaled sports team has the highest orthopedic success rates in the region. Learn more at lvhn.org/sportsmedicine or call 888-402-LVHN. Lehigh Valley Health Network, your health deserves a partner. And, well, Frank Gaffney put it right out there. Everybody's back. He's so excited that he has a full team since week 3 that he doesn't know how to contain himself. Sam Bonner's club, everybody that's supposed to be here is here, so we've made it to the final week, and both teams at full strength. This could be a powder keg here tonight.
Absolutely, and we have been looking forward to this. We didn't have the opportunity to see Tamaqua yet this year. I'm excited about that. I'm excited to be back here with them, and Frank has that upbeat attitude that you want guys like Frank Gaffney and Sam Bonner to be around your kids, and I couldn't say enough about both programs.
John, let's talk about our easy rent-to-own keys to tonight's ball game. No credit, bad credit, no worries. Everybody gets approved. And what do you see needs to be done on each side of the ball here?
Well, it sounds simplistic. Pine Grove has to control the run. They got to stop the run. If they can do that, they come out of here with the victory. Tamaqua has got to stop the pass. They've got to stop those big hookups between Leininger and Morgan and Giese. If they can do that effectively, they can come out of here with a win.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what's going to go down here tonight on T102 Sports. Pine Grove, Tamaqua set to mix it up. The Cardinals have won the toss and elected to receive the kick. And, well, John, what do you say we take a timeout here and put an end to the Burke Schuylkill Oil Heat Association pregame show tonight and get ready for kickoff. The Cardinals and Blue Raiders about to mix it up right here on T102 Sports.
Plug it in, bud. It doesn't bother you. Oh, okay. A lot of stuff bothering me.
Oh, say, can you see why the dawn's early light? What so proudly we hail that the twilight's let gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rise, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. So say does that star-spangled banner yet wave, for the land of the brave and the home of the brave. Here's the school we love so well. Here's the Tamaqua High. Here's the school of blue and white, whose colors will always fly. Here's the verse of the best honor, true as the stars above. Here's the school that prospers us. Here's the school we love. Tamaqua High, Tamaqua High, thy praise to thee we sing. Your sons are true and daughters too, for glory to we bring. Our own Lord, and true you are, and holy do we bear. So much of you, so good, so true, our best will help us do. Not much from you, so good, so true, our best will help us do.
Now, back to Chaz and JP for local high school football on T102.
Welcome back to Tamaqua. chilly night for some football, JP, but boy, you could feel some electricity in the air here.
Absolutely, and for the Pine Grove fans, how exciting is it to see Josh be able to walk out there for the coin toss and getting ready to play after having those games away from it. This is what it's all about. And again, those people in Pine Grove, give a big shout out to our friend Justin here with Scoop News for allowing to see this thing.
Well, John, about to get underway. The Blue Raiders will be kicking off. Looking down at the field, there are some sloppy spots. Mother Nature certainly taking care of the area with rain. I think we made every deficit up in 24 hours, but so to our right from about the 35 in, as we look at it from atop the press box here at Tamaqua, it is a little bit slippery track, but we are underway, and Shea Morgan will field the football around the 10-yard line, bobbling it around, now getting ready to make his way upfield. Has a seam, and Morgan with a man to beat, looking to get to the sideline, and is going to outrace everybody.
90.
A flag, though, behind it, John, as Morgan is untouched to the end zone, but there's a flag at the 25-yard line. A hold will call it back.
Well, we have seen Shea Morgan do some incredible things on the football field the last couple of years. Man, I'll tell you, one cut, turned straight up and out, ran once got to the sideline, unfortunately coming back.
Let's take a look at the starters for tonight's ball game. For the Cardinals up front, Ty Reynolds, Gary Pominville are the tackles. The guards are Carter Rodenbaugh and Colin Ibera. Brendan Etzweiler is the center. Aaron Crumrine, the tight end. Shea Morgan, Dalton Giese, the receivers. The fullback, Aiden Nye, Brody Robinson, the tailback, and Josh Leininger, the quarterback for the Cardinals. Defensively, for Tamaqua tonight, Parker Coleman, Jacob Wasserleben, Lucas Schickram, and Braden Hess will be up front. Nate Kirby, Nate Wickersham, Isaac Kirby are the linebackers. The corners, Nate Gregoire and Adam Linkhorst, with Logan Hess and Nate Fanuc getting the call. In the secondary here is safeties tonight. Leininger in the gun. Looks to his right. Design pitch behind Robinson. Football's loose. Robinson having a hard time getting back on top. And will fall on it, but it's going to be a loss on the play. As this series began at the 15, will now move to the 9. It'll be second down and 16.
When you look at it, Chaz, where it began, where it is now, ended up in the end zone for a little bit and came all the way back here.
So the Cardinals find themselves with a penalty and now a botched play to get the ball game started. Leininger again will go back in the gun. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. The running back standing each way. Fakes the handoff to Robinson, and Leininger takes off, looking to bounce to the outside. Will get a block. Now a flag coming in, and Leininger is going to take this down the near sideline, but it's going to be coming back as Leininger will score, and that'll be the second touchdown in under 2 minutes. Going to be called back by penalties.
Yeah, we're looking now. It looked like Jim Toomey just gave the signal for a touchdown. They're racing back to pick up the flag.
The flag picked up. Let's see. Is it going to be waved off?
It must be, Chaz, because we're looking at heading down. 91-yard run if it stands.
It's a face mask penalty against the Blue Raiders. It's declined, and the Cardinals strike first.
Wow.
I thought it was going to be an illegal block because everything was forming up right in front of us, but instead it's a face mask call, John.
Well,
so
last thing
take that back, and the Cardinals got 6. Okay.
Wow, what a start to a game. 90-yard run, 91-yard run. I think these guys are pumped up a little.
Look at this. The Cardinals lined up to go for the field goal. Now shift into a wildcat with Robinson and go for 2. Robinson still trying to get to the end zone. I don't believe he got enough to get there. No signal yet. Let's see. 2-point conversion is good. And with 10:45 left to go in the first quarter, it's the Cardinals 8, Tamaqua nothing. Wow, has this one started wildly under a full moon Halloween weekend, and Pine Grove leads Tamaqua back after this on T102 Sports.
T102, your local high school football connection.
So the Cardinals strike first. 91-yard run by Josh Leininger. Welcome back, Josh. 2-point conversion by Brody Robinson. 8-0 Cards. John, what's our Sunbury Motors Company drive summary look like?
Well, it's going to be interesting. Just 2 plays. It took a minute. Now, he had a 91-yard run for the touchdown, but it was an 85-yard drive because of the penalty. So a little kind of crazy numbers there, but Robinson banging it in for the extra 2.
Morgan's kick in the air, and whoa, baby, Wickersham fields it at the 10, returns it out to the 39-yard line. And, John, this may just be getting started, but let's take a look at the starters tonight offensively for the Blue Raiders. Parker Coleman and Jacob Wasserlieb in the tackles, the guards, Trevor O'Brien and Braden Hess. Josh Shelton, the center, the tight end, Isaac Kirby, the wide receivers, Logan Hess and Stephen Kostecki. The fullback is Lucas Schickram, Nate Kirby, the tailback, and Nate Wickersham, the quarterback. Defensively for the Cardinals tonight, the ends are Connor Pillsbury and Tyler Sleva, the nose guard Jackson Haas, Brody Robinson, Aiden Nye, Colin Ibera, and Aaron Crumrine, the linebackers. The corners are Lane Lehman and Nick Wolf, the safety Shea Morgan and Josh Leininger.
There's a little bit of controversy here about the clock. I think they have it straight now.
I think it didn't start was the issue, and Jim Toomey asking for a rundown. So here come the Blue Raiders for their first offensive series, down 8-0, and it's going to be Wickersham running off the left corner. Wickersham breaking some tackles and will step out of bounds, forced out by Robinson at the 45-yard line, so a pickup of 7. We'll make it 2nd down and 3. And John, I've learned one thing here early in this ball game tonight. Don't open your mouth until you see the official signals from the officials. There's 8 stripes on the field tonight. We usually see 7, 8 here. I'm wondering, is referee Toomey mentoring someone?
It's very possible. Very possible. Another set of eyes, which makes sometimes for a couple extra calls.
2nd down and 3. Wickersham under center, going to hand to Kirby. Kirby has the first down, and Kirby is through the line and the 3rd level and on his way down the far sideline for a Blue Raider touchdown. It's Big Play Friday as the Blue Raiders answer back with a 55-yard run by Nate Kirby.
Well, I'll tell you, Chaz, big hole, and Kirby just usually rumbles. He knocks people down. This time, he outran everybody.
It's interesting how fair weather our sideline guy for 1 week is. He didn't want to come out in the cold tonight, Bill Tidmore, but I don't know, with the way things are going, he might have been warm with how everybody's blazing down the field here. So now if you're Sam Bonner, does this force you to go for 2, John, because you saw Pine Grove do it first?
I don't know. I think he will. I don't know if he's forced him to do it, but pretty slippery field out there. Maybe they don't want to try setting the ball down in the muck.
Nate Gregoire, the quarterback, will hand to Kirby. No problem there, even from the short distance. Untouched for 2. 10:02 left to play first quarter, and we're tied at 8 between Tamaqua and Pine Grove area. Right here on T102 Sports.
Like what you're hearing with high school football on T102? Check out the video stream to see it with Scoop News.
You know, it's crazy, JP. We came in and we're admiring the resurfaced track here in Tamaqua. What we didn't realize was that the playing surface for football was going to be the track here tonight.
I'll tell you, talk about a track meet with the one that was called back. I mean, we've had some incredible runs that time. 2 plays, 38-second drive, 56-yard touchdown run by Kirby. It was a 62-yard drive altogether. Kirby then bangs it in for the other deuce.
And that's our Sunbury Motors Company drive summary as the ensuing kickoff goes out of bounds. And Frank Gaffney going to say, I'll take the starting spot here. So the Cardinals will have it 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. Ball game tied at 8. And always good to know that safety pin in Palmyra tuned in tonight. Oh, Rudy doesn't want to miss a hometown game this year.
Oh, no. Nobody wants to miss any of these, Chaz. It's been an exciting year, and we're Justin along, sights and sounds.
Justin Reed. Scoop News. You got it. Leininger looking to throw on 1st down. Looks downfield. Good coverage by the Blue Raiders. Leininger steps up. Pass underthrown. And Shea Morgan can't come up with it. That'll be incomplete. Morgan usually has the stickiest hands this side of the Mississippi, John. That one kind of floating in there a little bit. Felt he was harangued a little on the attempt to receive it.
Yeah, a little slick coming in there, too. He went down to try to get it and just couldn't get his hands underneath it.
So 2nd down and 10 at the Pine Grove 35-yard line here for the Cardinals. But I'll tell you what, John, I don't know about you, and I believe it made it out over Skook News. But what a rousing rendition of our national anthem before this game. I'm not sure who the young lady was singing, but whoa, powerful.
Kids do it right every time.
2nd down and 10. Leininger drifting right, sets up, fires a dart down the field. Dalton Giese with the reception will be pulled down at the Blue Raider 29-yard line. Making the tackle was Nate Gregoire, but it is a big-time pickup here for the Cardinals and a 1st down.
Yeah, first down, believe it or not, of the game because the others are good, but a 36-yard pickup and spot on.
Tell you what, this Pine Grove area front 6 certainly holding their own here against this Blue Raider defense on that play. Leininger had a whole lot of time to survey things.
He sure did, and that is a great job by their offensive line.
This time the defense responding, and Brody Robinson, the ball carrier, going to lose 2. It'll be 2nd down and 12. Coming up to make the stop, Jacob Wasserleben. Incomplete. Let's say Giese trapped
up the play, waited till that whole play was over before he made the decision. It did touch the ground. Incompletion.
You know, the Warden don't take no guff. He don't miss a trick.
No, not that guy.
3rd and 17. Clock stopped with 8:17 remaining here in the 1st quarter. Tied at 8 between Pine Grove and Tamaqua. Leininger ready. Shifts the receiver to the far side. 3 receivers that way. Pressure coming. Leininger going to have to try and tuck and run. Looks to unload. Coming back to make the catch is going to be Morgan. It'll be positive real estate. Leininger able to thread the needle. Not enough for a 1st down, but down to the 23-yard line. It'll be 4th down and about 4. And the Cardinals, I would assume, JP, are going to go for it.
Oh, I got to go now. Got to go. Morgan with a big 13-yard catch, and now makes this a distinct possibility where before it looked pretty tough, Chaz.
So 4th down here and 4 yards to go for Pine Grove area. And a big spot in the ball game early.
Yeah, it sure is. And I think that's going to play a big role in this game. What do you do at crunch time on each and every drive?
And I think we're going to find out what the Cardinals are going to do is they're going to take a timeout here, John. We'll join them. 7:24 left to play here in this 1st quarter. Joey Shimo has filed a report. 8-8 here between Pine Grove and Tamaqua. Let's hear what's going on in Jim Thorpe.
Joey Shimo reporting in from the Jim Thorpe Nativity game tonight. With 2:04 to go in the 1st quarter, it was a 2-yard TD run by Canagero, and that puts Jim Thorpe up 7-0.
Hey, you. Sharika
Cardinals going for it on 4th and 4. Send it deep for Giese, incomplete in the end zone. Pine Grove area going to turn it over on downs. Tamaqua will take over at their own 23-yard line in this 8-8 ball game.
It'll be interesting to see now. Now you got to go, the big plays maybe out of the way, Chaz, as they start to settle in here. But let's see what Tamaqua could put together as far as a drive is concerned.
Well, the amazing thing is each team has scored and neither one has possessed the football in the Daywald and Lingle red zone just yet.
No, not yet.
And we've got a couple uplifting plays to talk about here from Black Rock Trucks and Joe Thurs Automotive. And here's Curvey, the ball carrier, on first down. That's one thing I got to say, John, in their second possession with the football here for the Blue Raiders. First down has been very productive. Here's about a 9-yard gain, making it 2nd down and 1 after the last drive made it 2nd down and 3 after a 7-yard pickup by Wickersham.
Yeah, and here they come, and this is their game. They're going to pound it at you. I said Wickersham doesn't throw a lot, but he's very effective when he does. But the running game is the Blue Raider game.
Handoff again, going to go to Curvey, spinning his way through. Will pick up the first down and a few more after. Gain of about 5 will make it 1st and 10.
He's been that way all year, Chaz, coming into the ball game. He had 621 yards rushing, which was 6th in the area.
After 1 in the city of Pottsville tonight, John, scoreless between Blue Mountain and the Pottsville area Crimson Tide. With 3 minutes left to go in the first in Monhoy area, it's the Golden Bears 28, Shenandoah Valley nothing. 1st and 10 here for Tamaqua. The give again. Kirby straight ahead, but this time caught pretty directly, and coming up to make the stop for the Cardinals is Nick Wolf. However, it will be a pickup of 6 after all that plugging by Kirby. Well, he certainly gets yards and carries people, doesn't he?
Yeah, we talked about this. His ability after getting hit to pick up another 2 or 3 yards may be unrivaled in the Schuylkill League this year.
So 2nd down, middle distance here. Again, that power eye. This time they're going to give to Wickersham. Wickersham straight ahead will work his way to the 45-yard line. Picks up about 4. We'll make it 3rd down and 1. Whoa, wait a second. That spot coming in at the 46. And
whoa.
Toomey going to say 1st down. Well, that's a very generous spot here for the Blue Raiders.
And he'll take it at this point because that's a big 1st down. Keeps the drive alive.
So here we go. Gregoire still piloting the offense. 1st and 10. Turn, give, Curvey, straight ahead. Picks up a couple this time, maybe 3. We'll make it 2nd down and 7. And Larry O'Rourke checking in. I don't even know where Larry is tonight. Let's find out, shall we?
Schuylkill Haven. Schuylkill Haven's Mason Reamer. 2 touchdowns, one for 45 yards, the other one for 4 yards. And at the end of 3:25 first period, it's Schuylkill Haven 13, Minersville 0.
Well, there you have it. The Hurricanes' running attack certainly on point in this weather. As here comes Nate Curvey for the Blue Raiders, carrying it into Cardinal territory to the 46-yard line. We'll make it 3rd down and 2. Shea Morgan making the tackle.
Going to continue to just pound it up the middle, Chaz. Nothing fancy here by these Blue Raiders in this drive.
So 3rd down and 2 here. Nice to hear the Tamaqua area band. Boy, it would have been great to hear the Tamaqua area band and the Pine Grove area band going back and forth across this facility tonight. As Kirby's got another 1st down, picks up about 5 yards to around the 41-yard line. That'll move the sticks.
Well, 3rd 1st down now for Tamaqua. And unquestionably doing what they do best, Chaz, and that is pounding the rock.
Well, we talked about that Pine Grove area offensive line giving Leininger time, but how about this Blue Raider front 5 who just keep grading the road?
Yeah, and it's straight ahead, Chaz. Just straight ahead, straight up block, and they hesitate a little, find the hole, and off and running. There it is again.
There's Wickersham spinning and backing his way down the field. will pick up 7 to the 34-yard line. Morgan again coming up defensively for the Cardinals. 2nd down and 3 here for the Blue Raiders.
Same thing. He just hesitated a moment till he saw the hole, pushed through, big 7 yards. I mean, when you're getting that chunks of territory, it's tough to stop.
Gregoire takes a look around, climbs underneath. Give, Curvy, looking to get off the left edge, leaps his way ahead, and let's see where they spot the football. He was knocked off his legs by Josh Leininger.
Nope, came up a little short.
Maybe a yard shy.
Yeah.
3rd and 1. These Blue Raiders offense certainly, they don't make any bones about what they want to do they?
Oh, no. Pretty simplistic plan here.
Give, Wickersham leans forward, has the 1st down and more. Inside the 30 to about the 27-yard line. And will move the chains again.
Yeah, most important, keep the drive alive with a 4-yard game, and Wickersham as a running back tonight, just tearing it up. 4th, 1st down.
So the Blue Raiders moving the football here on this drive. And controlling the clock. That's the big deal here, John.
Yeah, and 2 scores in the first 2 minutes of the game, Chaz, and now settling down. Pine Grove had a decent drive. This is a long drive by the Blue Raiders.
Here comes Kirby, bounding to his right. It's inside the 25 to the 24, picks up 3, 2nd down and 7.
He did a little dipsy doodle there on that hit.
Aiden Nye, Brody Robinson combined to make the tackle here for the Cardinals.
Nye's another one of those kids I love to watch him play, Chaz. Just a hard-nosed kid.
So 2nd down and 7. Gregoire out from underneath to give again. Kirby off the left end this time, trying to squeak through. Right around that collision is Aaron Crumrine. Pickup of about 4, makes it 3rd down and 4. Also in on that tackle for the Cardinals was Jackson Haas.
We've seen some outstanding play by some of these defensive players by Pine Grove in the 2 previous games that we did. We talked about Robinson, Ibarra, and that Lehman kid who's just a freshman.
Should remember to bring my own light. Here comes Curvy off that left side. Might be stopped short this time, right around the 20-yard line. Seems like the Blue Raiders trying to keep it out of the middle of the field here where that mud pit is. And it's going to be short.
Interesting.
Pickup of 2 makes it 4th down and 2.
Well, we know they have a field goal kicker, Chaz. I don't know, with the field in this condition at that end, I think it makes it pretty tough.
Hunter McConnell, another freshman for Frank Gaffney, making the stop, 4th and 2. Give Wickersham, he's got the 1st down, slipping some tackles, headed towards the end zone. Not going to get there, but will take it inside the Daywald and Lengo red zone. Things could be heating up here for the Blue Raiders as Wickersham carries it all the way to the 3. John, it'll be 1st and goal from there.
Boy, 16 from Wickersham, running out as a running back tonight. Unofficially 1st down for those Raiders.
Boy, could that be the Phoenix Physical Therapy flexible play of the game? We'll have to wait and see because, John, the 1st quarter has come to an end here this evening. And after 1, it's Tamaqua Area 8, Pine Grove Area 8. 2nd quarter action straight ahead right here on T102 Sports.
A lot of car dealers make a jump
T102 Sports.
So it'll be first and goal from the 3 for the Blue Raiders as the second quarter about to get underway. Tie ball game. Everybody's got 8. Crazy 8s, JP.
8, 8, 8, and here we go. Important number now for the Blue Raiders is 3.
No whistle's going to stop this one. And it's going to be a false start against Tamaqua. That'll make it first and goal now from the 8.
They're the kind that drive you crazy, Chaz, because, you know, the quarter ends, you have a good drive going, and you get in there and say, okay, let's pound it in, and boom, somebody jumps, and all of a sudden it becomes an 8-yard problem instead of a 3-yard problem.
So the football spotted back. The interesting part of that, John, if you're a coach, it kind of drives you crazy because you're like, fellas, we just talked about everything. We had a quarter break here.
Absolutely.
So here comes Gregoire out from underneath to give Kirby. Kirby looks right, dances back to his left, and he's in for 6 more.
Boy, 8-yard run, and he's not going to be denied. And we talk about flexible plays of the game. You have to see this kid in person to see how he changes direction and makes things happen.
So the Blue Raiders end this drive in the end zone. Nice comments tonight on the live stream at Scoop News on Facebook. How about Grand Rapids, Michigan, and Winston-Salem, North Carolina, tuned in tonight?
All right.
Blue Raiders elect to go for 2. Wickersham trying to work his way towards the goal line. And the indication is the 2-point conversion attempt is good. 11:54 left to play here in the first half. It's Tamaqua area 16, Pine Grove area 8. Back after this on T102 Sports.
Purchase
T102, connected to you through local high school football.
Well, John, I think the minutes are going to be greater than the yardage on this Sunbury Motors Company drive summary as Pine Grove area's defense allowing the Tamaqua offense to take that possession over 2 quarters and cash in.
Yeah, well, how about this drive? 16 plays, 4 minutes and 50 seconds to go, a total of 77 yards. Kirby's 8-yard touchdown run, Wickersham for a deuce.
Comes Leininger on the return. Josh Leininger returned the opening kickoff that was called back for a touchdown and almost sprung another. This time he's tackled at the Cardinal 45-yard line. Isaac Kirby saving a touchdown, John, on that return.
Yeah, and that's a good starting position now for Pine Grove. They won't be forced into going simply to the air run. I think they're going to have to try to establish their running game because I'll tell you what, Tamaqua did a great job of it.
So now we have whistles, and let's see what we've got here. I think another clock issue. You know, John, when somebody asked us on that live stream if we're froze. Now, yes, it's cold out tonight. We're bundled up. Are you okay, JP? I want to make sure you're warm.
So far, we're just
about
a little bit of a chatterboxes.
But what I will say is that there is no better view of a high school football game than the roof of this press box at Tamaqua.
Absolutely. We've been here before. We requested to be here despite the weather, and it is a great spot to call a game from. And, of course, Scoop News doing a great job of showing it to you on live stream.
Leininger back to pass, everything covered up. Josh is going to tuck and run, and Josh Leininger will race to the Blue Raider 38-yard line. Boy, does that change things up in a hurry. 17 yards, John?
Yes, 17 yards and a first down, and that's what they need. They need to move the sticks. They do it so well. And again, there's the thrill of having Leininger back. Was one of the top runners and one of the top passers coming into tonight's game, despite missing some time.
Quick bubble screen to Morgan. Pass is caught. Morgan trying to work his way ahead inside the 35 to the 33-yard line. Scrapping there to take him down is Isaac Kirby. That'll be a gain of about 5. It'll make it second down in middle distance.
Yeah, and they do this so effectively. Again, coming into the ball game tonight, Morgan led the area. He was first in catches and first in yardage catching the ball.
So the Cardinals going to deploy 3 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Boy, the contrasting style here, but here's Leininger straight ahead, a quarterback draw. We'll get the first down inside the 25 to about the 24-yard line. Isaac Kirby again making the tackle.
He makes things happen, Chaz. That's what it's all about, 14-yard gain. And Leininger again, we know he can do it with his arm. Boy, they welcome him back with those running skills.
So another first down. Cardinals moving down the field in big chunks here, John.
Oh, they sure are, and this is what they want. Made a mistake there, 9-yard gain.
Morgan across the formation. Now we have some movement. Let's see which way this is going to be. It's going to be offsides on the offense. That'll step Pine Grove back to the 29, and it'll be 1st and 15. Boy, it's interesting to watch this Tamaqua area defense move around when Morgan's moving around the field.
Yeah, because you can't let that young man alone.
Heavy pressure this time. Leininger on the run, going to throw underneath. Giese with the reception will work his way ahead to the 23-yard line. And coming back to make the stop, boy, how often do you see a 60 number, Braden Hess, working back, John, to make the tackle. Pickup of about 6 will make it second down and 9, but I love it when the big guys get outside and be tackling receivers down the field.
You get these linebackers who could just dead out run, you know, and they made things happen coming into the game again. Hess, one of their better defensive players.
So Leininger again going to go from the shotgun. Movement now again. And it's again a Cardinal penalty. Another 5-yard step back will make it second down and 14. And the Cardinals going to take a timeout. 9:14 left to play here in the second quarter. It's Tamaqua 16, Pine Grove 8. Back with more right after this on T102 Sports.
Now back to Chaz and JP for local high school football on T102.
Second down and 14 here for Pine Grove. The football spotted at the Blue Raider 28. Leininger looking to throw. Flag coming in, goes to the outside. Shea Morgan will make the catch. Dancing down the far sideline. And it'll be pushed out of bounds inside the 10, but I think this one's coming back as... Tell you what, the significant others of these officials are not going to be happy when the boys get home tonight, because those yellow hankies are going to need to be laundered quite succinctly. And for the Cardinals, that penalty flag has cost them an awful lot of real estate.
And this is a biggie from the spot of the foul, Chaz. Wow.
A holding penalty will march the football back to the Blue Raider 41-yard line. and make this second and almost a trip back along the Swatara.
Oh, yeah, as a friend of mine from Pine Grove said, second in a bundle.
So Leininger again looking to throw here on second and distance, officially 27 yards. Looks downfield, everybody's slipping down. Morgan saying, I think I might have been pushed. The official saying, no, sir, the pass is incomplete. And it'll make it third down and long here for Pine Grove.
Yeah, and that's a good no call. Was there some contact there? Yeah, and as you watch more and more, Chaz, there's a lot of that in football anymore, and it really has to change the play for them to throw the flag on that. But this is big time now.
So third down and 27 here for Pine Grove. Cardinals going to bring Giese across the formation this time. Here a call for the football, drifting back, pressure coming. Leininger going to step up, still looking for an outlet opportunity, trying to cut, slides down at midfield, and Leininger going to lose some real estate, and it is fourth and very long here for Pine Grove.
Yeah, boy, that was a toughie, looking for somebody, and you got to take your hats off. Mentioned at the beginning of the game, Tamaqua was going to have to stop this passing game. They've been exceptional.
So the Cardinals going to have to punt it away here. Shea Morgan back to set sail. Fake punt. My goodness. Delayed himself, and here comes Morgan.
Here he comes.
Morgan walking down the field. Now will cut into the middle, has the first down, and has a touchdown.
How about it? Just when you thought it was too tough to go, Shea Morgan, 50-yard run from scrimmage on a fake punt. Wow.
JP, there ain't nobody saw that coming.
Nobody. Everybody was ready for the same thing we were.
And Morgan kind of made it look like the snap was low. He kind of had to go down for it and came up and looked like he was going to punt, then kind of walked his way ahead. And at that point, lights out.
Lights out is correct, and lights on now for Pine Grove as they get right back in it.
The Cardinals looking to line up for one here. They shifted out of something like this before. Here we go again. There's the shift. Robinson will drop back and run the cat. Snap comes back. Robinson looking to throw. Intended for Morgan, incomplete. The two-point conversion, no good. 8:06 left to play here in the first half. It's Tamaqua 16, Pine Grove 14. Back with more right after this on T102 Sports.
T102 Sports.
The Pine Grove Cardinals back on the board on a fake punt by Shea Morgan. Two-point conversion attempt, no good. 16-14 Tamaqua. John, what's our Sunbury Motors Company drive summary on that look like?
Well, that was a drive. 10 plays, 3 minutes and 55 seconds. The drive itself covered 55 yards, but the fake punt and the run by Shea Morgan covered 50 in and of itself. Pine Grove right back in it.
So Morgan with a long kickoff. Curvey will field it at the 4-yard line. Nate looking to find a seam and will be upended at the 20. Brody Robinson making the stop. And the Blue Raiders will get the football back with 7:59 remaining here in the first half and a 2-point lead.
They're going to set it right down on that 20. And how about Curvey? I mean, he's running back a kickoff, and still when it got a little close, he just put his head down like he was pounding it right into the middle of the line. And they get a good start, 16-yard run back.
I haven't heard from Joey in a while, but I understand it's 7-7 between Nativity and Jim Thorpe. Joey must be enjoying the warm weather, as he reminded us, inside the press box at the new turf surface in Jim Thorpe. Here comes Kirby on 1st and 10. Look to hurdle the pile. We'll get forward for a few. Give him a 4-yard gain to the 24-yard line. Colin Ibarra making the stop there for the Cardinals.
Well, I said coming in, that was their strength, their running game, and every single play has been a run.
Joey's sending pictures of fireplaces now. He thinks he's funny. 2nd down and 6 here for the Blue Raiders.
I know where that fireplace is. He's not full of me.
I didn't see. Yeah, there is one in there.
Yeah,
You're correct.
Trust me.
Anyway, Gregoire going to toss to his right. Coming forward with the football this time is Logan Hess. And Hess able to clip his way ahead for 4 more. It's 3rd down and 2. Well, that doesn't sound too comforting, does it?
No.
Okay, I was just wondering if it was me.
I
did you pick that up over there, Justin? I didn't see any fireworks, so I'm sitting down.
It might have been you. I think it was the chili, though.
No, I'm sitting down. I don't want to be the guy that they can see. So Gregoire under center. Still have full house look here, and they give Curvy once again. And he's got actually it's Logan Hess, JP, the ball carrier. And Hess firing his way out across the 35 to the 37-yard line. Actually 36.
But an 8-yard gain and another 1st down, unofficially the 6th 1st down for these Tamaqua Blue Raiders. And they continue to stay on the ground.
So 1st and 10 here. And after that first play with Wickersham underneath center, John, it's been all Gregoire running the show. As Nate Kirby will take the handoff here. Where's a Big Shickram? Big Shickram. Lucas Shickram now is Sam Bonner mixing and matching his backfield.
Yeah, a good idea. I mean, Kirby had an enormous amount of runs in that first quarter, but that's what they want to do. You keep fresh legs in there. Shickram getting 7 on his first carry.
So 2nd down and 3. They go back to Shickram off the right side, and he'll carry it out across midfield to the Cardinal 49. And that'll be another 1st down here for the Blue Raiders.
And how about Shickram now? 2 carries, 15 yards, and the 7th 1st down for these Raiders.
Tell you what, Shickram listed at 5'9", 250, and a senior. He looks like Ram Man from He-Man coming through there.
Well, I'll tell you what, he looks like one of those Big Mac tools, buddy.
I don't know about that, but a Big Mac truck certainly fits the bill.
There you go.
1st and 10, give again. Hess looking to take it outside, and Shea Morgan comes up to make a big stop there. Pickup of 2 for Hess makes it 2nd down and 8.
And Shea Morgan is that all-round player, Chaz. He can do so many things, catching the ball, running the ball. We saw it. He's a punter. He kicks extra points, and he plays great defense.
So the clock rolling here, under 5 minutes left to play in the first half. 16-14, Tamaqua out in front. Gregoire going to turn and give. And this time I believe it was Kirby back in the ball game. It is Nate Kirby. And he'll take it and clip it ahead for 4, makes it 3rd down and about 4 here for the Blue Raiders.
We talk about a workhorse, and Kirby just keeps coming at you, and they have not done anything, any shenanigans, let's call them. They just keep pounding the ball straight up the gut.
So 3rd down, 4 yards to go from the Pine Grove 43-yard line. Gregoire going to give. This will be Shickram. And Shickram has a 1st down, John. Collects about 5 to the 38. Brody Robinson making the stop there, but once again, Tamaqua area moving the chains, and the Blue Raiders have certainly been able to control the tempo of this ball game. Yes, they have a 2-point lead, But the Cardinals' defense still has not found an answer in controlling this run game for the Blue Raiders.
No, and you chalk that up to this offensive line of Tamaqua just firing off there and allowing these 5, 7, 8-yard runs.
So here comes Curvey picking and choosing his lanes. And Curvey will work his way ahead for a gain of 6. Colin Ibarra, along with Josh Leininger, making the tackle. It'll be 2nd down and 4 here.
Getting a little windy here, Chaz.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to step in front of you. I know you're looking to see the scoreboard, but I'm trying to make
sure all the papers don't blow away.
I can give you my bag, and that'll be in your way, though.
No, we're golden.
All right. 2nd down and 4. They give to the fullback. It's going to be Wickersham trying to scrap his way ahead. Not going to find enough. A whole gaggle of Cardinals involved in the tackle.
When you have to gang tackle these guys, Chaz, one-on-one, the Blue Raiders have proven all night long you're just not going to bring them down simply with an arm tackle.
Been a score in Pottsville, John. 1 minute, 9 seconds left to go until halftime, and it's the Crimson Tide with a 6-0 advantage in the Clash of 61. Give is to Lucas Schickram, and he's off the right side in a big-time game. Boy, this kid, when he gets the football, certainly makes things happen, doesn't he?
Oh, man, I have to tell you. And it's almost like they softened him up in the first quarter with just Wickersham and Curvey, and now Schickram and Hess are coming in, and they're just pounding it.
Football at the 20-yard line, knocking on the Daywald and Lingle red zone. Now they'll enter it as Curvey will dance his way ahead for 2. Brody Robinson the tackle, 2nd down and 8. And Sam Bonner wants to control the clock. Timeout called with 1:42 left to play here in this first half. And it's Tamaqua 16, Pine Grove 14. Back after this on WAVT Pottsville.
For a touchdown in the first quarter at the 11:02 mark. Cody Miller dropped back to pass, found an opening, and ran 38 yards for the touchdown, tied the score at 7, and that's where we are right now at halftime.
Wow.
You have it. Halftime in Mock Chunk. It's Mock Chunk, as Larry would tell us.
Yeah, a lot of big games in the area. We'll see tomorrow morning where this all shakes out for district play.
Of course, you and I will be on WPPA Sports Saturday on AM 1360 and 106 FM as Kirby takes the handoff on 2nd and 8 and may have lost a yard on that. Shea Morgan sniffing that one in a hurry along with Brody Robinson will make it 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, how about Shea again? Every time a big play comes up in this ball game, it seems to be Shea Morgan.
Blue Raiders still have 2 timeouts. Pine Grove area has 1. Toss this time, coming straight at us is Nate Curvey. Brody Robinson the first to contact, helping to clean that up for the Cardinals was Lane Lehman. And another timeout for Tamaqua area. We'll join them. 1:17 left to go until halftime. It's the Blue Raiders 16, Pine Grove 14. Back after this on T102 Sports. So 4th and 9 here for the Blue Raiders. The football at the Pine Grove 19-yard line. And if you're the Cardinal defense, this is a test right now.
It sure is, and it looks like Wickersham back at quarterback.
And looking to throw the football. Looks to the far side, has a man, and can't come down with it across the way. And that was Stephen Kostecki, and it's incomplete. And the Cardinals will take the football back here with 1:11 left to go in the first half, trailing 16-14. Now, if you're Frank Gaffney and company, John, do you look to throw the football here and risk turning it back over, or do you just try and work your way through, but you still have to know you're kicking off to the Blue Raiders to start the second half?
Yeah, well, they run out of the shotgun, so anything is possible. And again, Leininger is that versatile, could be anything.
Blue Raiders bringing the pressure. Leininger steps up, hit as he throws, incomplete. Boy, bringing the heat that time for the Blue Raiders was Gavin Semko. Actually, check me, it was Jacob Wasserleben. I saw the 4 coming off of there, but it's 54. Big Wasserleben forcing the issue on that one, brings it to second down and 10.
If you don't have time, it doesn't matter how great a passer you are. You're just not going to be able to have enough time to catch that receiver, and Wasserblind did a great job.
Leininger going to bring Morgan across the formation. Looks to tuck and run this time and going to work his way, trying to get ahead. Might have lost some yards. Might have got back to the line of scrimmage at the 19. It'll be 3rd and 10. Now, if you're Sam Bonner, do you let this tick off? You have a timeout. Yeah, I guess you don't have much of a choice. It's only 3rd down.
Yeah.
So the
can't see him doing anything outrageous here now, Chaz. Run this thing out, get back in the locker room.
So Leininger will call for the football, 3rd and 10. Fakes once, looks down the far side.
So much for that.
Giese running the pattern, incomplete. No flag on the play. Triple coverage on Giese. Stops the clock with 19 seconds left, and Sam Bonner does not have to use his timeout. And the Cardinals going to have to punt this away, or will they? We saw a fake punt go for a touchdown.
Well, you know, with this much time, you can't play games, though. You know, a lot of time, if there were like 4 seconds, you could run around back there and then just take a knee. It's too much time to do that, so they got to give the ball back.
So Morgan will accept the snap, walks his way up, a low line drive. Wickersham elects to let it hop around. And touching the football is going to be Brody Lyons, and the Blue Raiders have 10.8 seconds and the football at their own 43-yard line.
Now, does Sam gear it up? I mean, you played the first half just running the football very effectively.
Well, Leininger and Morgan are going to drop back in the prevent, John, to their own 35. And let's see what Sam Bonner has up his sleeve.
They're going to run it out, I think, Chaz.
Well, Greg Warner's coming out to be the quarterback. Back, going to hand the football off. Kirby dancing to the right side. Looks to get one-on-one with a defensive back. Now is forced out of bounds at the Cardinal 45. But being that he got out of bounds, John, 3 seconds left to play here in this second quarter.
Well, never cease to amaze you with some of these big runs, Chaz. Another first down, unofficially the 10th first down in the first half.
The football marked at the Cardinal 45-yard line, 16-14. Tamaqua out in front with 3 seconds left to go here in the first half.
Now do you gas it? Nope.
Blue Raiders going to hand it off, and Kirby looking to get to the corner. Looking to take on Shea Morgan straight ahead. It's not going to be Morgan making the tackle. Instead, it's going to be a very muddy Brody Robinson pulling Kirby down after he works his way to the Cardinal 37-yard line. And boy, John, you want to talk about sportsmanship. Kirby pops up and pats Robinson on the shoulder pad, saying, "Good tackle, my man. Let's go get warm," they say. The HB Steel & Son Incorporated halftime show is coming up at the break. It's Tamaqua Area 16, Pine Grove Area 14. Back with the halftime show right after this on T102 Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Tamaqua Area School District's 2020 Homecoming festivities. The Tamaqua Area Student Government Association would like to welcome back all alumni, as well as former faculty and staff who are present with us this evening. Student Council would also like to especially thank Mr. McCabe, Ms. Orfici, and Mr. Horoliak for their dedicated support in making this year's homecoming possible. The Student Council would now like to introduce those students who have been nominated for the 2020 Homecoming Queen and King. The first candidate for this year's Homecoming Queen is Sophia Boyle. Sophia is the daughter of Michael and Heather Boyle. She is a four-year player for the girls' soccer team and is captain this year. Sophia made first team all-area this year in soccer. She also plays on the football team and is the first female to ever score points for the football team in school history. Sophia is a four-year member of the girls' basketball and track and field teams. Sophia is a member of Student Government, World Language Club, HOBI, Spanish National Honor Society, and the Welcoming Committee. Sophia plans on attending a four-year college to continue her soccer career and major in communications design. Sophia is escorted by our first nominee for this year's Homecoming King, Nathan Wickersham. Nathan is the son of Henry and Melissa Wickersham. He is a four-year member of the Raider football, wrestling, and baseball teams. He is also a member of Raider Step Up, the Student Advisory Board, World Language Club, Chemistry Club, and Physics Club. Nathan is a member of the National Honor Society, as well as the Spanish, Math, and Science National Honor Societies. He plans on attending a four-year college to study chemical engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, Sophia Boyle and Nathan Wickersham. The next nominee for Homecoming Queen is McKenna Carroll. McKenna is the daughter of John and Janine Carroll. She is a member of the girls' cross-country team and girls' track and field team. She's a member of the Biology Club and World Language Club, as well as the National Honor Society and Spanish, Math, and Science National Honor Societies. McKenna plans on attending a 4-year college to study in the medical field. McKenna is escorted by our next nominee for homecoming king, Ethan Amershett.
You're looking at the big play by Shay Morgan on the
He is a member of the Biology Club and
it really
president
was
of the
the
Physics
difference
Club.
that kept Pine Grove in this game
Ethan
because
is president of the National
Tamaqua
Honor
has
Society
control
and is also a member of the Spanish, Science, and English National Honor
the
Society.
clock, but because of those
He's a
two
member of the
big
boys track and field
plays, the
team and boys
91-yard
swim
run
team.
by Leininger,
Ethan
and
is
the
secretary of the
50-yard
class of
fake punt and
2021,
run by
president
Shay
of Raider
Morgan
Step
has
Up,
kept Pine
and
Grove
is
in the
also a
game.
member of the Honor
And
Card Review
as
Committee.
we stand at
He plans on
halftime, all that
attending a
matters is
4-year
the score.
university
You throw the
to
stats
major
out the
in
window
aerospace and mechanical
sometimes
engineering,
because
and
this is a
then
heck
serve
of a
this
ball
country
game.
in the armed forces. Ladies and gentlemen, McKenna Carroll and Ethan Amershett. Our next nominee for homecoming queen is Alexandra Frederick.
This kind of a game. And anybody
Allie is the daughter of Bill and
in
Amy
the
Frederick.
area
Allie is a
understood
4-year member
that
of
this
student
was going to
government
be
and is
a
also
heck of a
involved
game.
in the
Again, we
world
talked about
language,
people pointing
chemistry,
at
and environmental
Pine Grove's
clubs.
record
She is a
coming
member
in. I
of the
don't think
Spanish
that was
National Honor
indicative
Society and
of
Raider
the type
Step
of team
Up.
they've had this year.
Allie has been a
And
member of the
they're
Raider
proving
Marching
tonight.
Band, Chorus, and Jazz Chorale. She has also participated in a variety of high school athletic programs. After high school, she plans on attending a 4-year college. Alexandra is escorted by our next candidate for homecoming king, Randolph Steigerwald. Randy is the son of Greg and Gretchen Steigerwald. He is a 4-year member of the wrestling team and has been on the baseball team as well. He plans on attending a 4-year college to major in accounting. Ladies and gentlemen, Alexandra Frederick and Randolph Steigerwald. Our next candidate for homecoming queen is Morgan Hattersley. Morgan is the daughter of Jay and Nikki Hattersley. Morgan is a 4-year varsity and All-American cheerleader. She is the treasurer for student government and is also a member of Raider Step Up, World Language Club, and the Biology Club. Morgan is a member of the National Honor Society, as well as the Math, English, and Spanish National Honor Society. She plans on enrolling in Penn State University's nursing program. Morgan is escorted by our next candidate for homecoming king, Lucas Schickro. Lucas is the son of Lynn and Steve Schickro. He is a 4-year member of the football and baseball teams and is also a member of the wrestling team. He is a member of World Language Club and the Spanish National Honor Society. He plans on attending a 4-year college upon graduation. Ladies and gentlemen, Morgan Hattersley and Lucas Schickro. Our next candidate for homecoming queen is Natalie Hydro. Natalie is the daughter of Nicole and Ed Hydro. She is a 3-year member of the girls cross country team and is captain this year. She is a member of TASGA, World Language Club, and sits on the Honor Card Review Committee. She is co-president of the Biology Club and is a member of the National Honor Society. She is also a member of the Spanish, Math, Science, and English National Honor Societies. Natalie plans to attend a 4-year university to major in cognitive science or occupational therapy. Natalie is escorted by our next candidate for homecoming king, Grady Miller. Grady is the son of Dwayne and Jessica Miller. Grady is president of the Raider Marching Band. He is a member of TASGA, the Drama Club, Chorus, and Jazz Chorale. He is captain of the golf team and is also a member of the baseball and boys track and field teams. He plans on attending the Pennsylvania College of Technology to study heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Ladies and gentlemen, Natalie Hydro and Brady Miller. Our next candidate for homecoming queen is McKenna King. McKenna is the daughter of Jamie and Danelle King. She is vice president of the class of 2021 and is also a member of Raider Step Up, TASDA, and the Schuylkill County Youth Summit. McKenna is a member of the Spanish National Honor Society and World Language Club. McKenna is captain of the girls' soccer team. She was also voted first team all-area for soccer. She is a member of the girls' basketball team, and she plans on attending a four-year university to pursue a career in nursing. McKenna is escorted by our next candidate for Homecoming King, Tyler Hazlitt. Tyler is the son of Jessica Critchmar. He is a member of the National Honor Society, as well as the Math, Language, and Science National Honor Societies. He is a member of TASDA, Raiders Step Up, and the Biology Club. Tyler is the treasurer of the class of 2021 and is a member of the football, baseball, and wrestling teams. He plans on attending a four-year college or university to major in robotic and automation engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, McKenna Kane and Tyler Hazlitt. Our final nominee for Homecoming Queen is Molly Murphy. Molly is the daughter of Alicia Murphy. She is president of student government and is also a member of the World Language Club and Biology Club. Molly is a member of the National Honor Society as well as the Spanish and Math National Honor Societies. She is a four-year member of the girls' track and field team. She plans on attending Westchester University to major in finance and minor in economics. Molly is escorted by our final nominee for Homecoming King, Logan Hess. Logan is the son of Brian and Missy Hess. He is a four-year member of the football team and is also a member of the boys' track and field team. Logan is a member of the Biology Club, and he plans on attending a four-year college or university to pursue a career in physical therapy. Ladies and gentlemen, Molly Murphy and Logan Hess.
How's your numbers, John?
Good. We're golden.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are the 2020 Homecoming nominees.
It wasn't that many.
Our final introduction of the evening is last year's Homecoming Queen, Emma Kaczynski, escorted by last year's Homecoming King, Braden Knobloch. Emma is currently attending Jefferson University, majoring in health science. She is a member of the Jefferson Rams women's basketball team. Braden is attending Susquehanna University, majoring in business. He is a member of the Susquehanna Riverhawk football team. Emma, Braden, Student Council Vice Presidents Riley Ziegenfuss and Francis Cabana, and TASDA Secretary Grace Stegemer will now conduct the coronation.
It's time for somebody's chance to win up to $102 from CACL Financial if they can sack Larry O. If you head to the T102 fan page on Facebook, you have 5 minutes to register. You post your name in the comments section, and one lucky winner will be randomly
The 2020 Tamaqua Area Homecoming King is Brady Miller.
So it's just that easy. Head to the fan page on Facebook, T102.
And the 2020 Tamaqua Area Homecoming Queen is Sophia Boyle.
I think Sammy, the T-Rex, and Larry graduated the same year. They were classmates.
Well, Larry did ride the Stegosaurus to school. I know that.
He rode a Stegosaurus and kissed a pig. What a legacy.
Larry did not kiss the pig.
Who kissed the pig?
That would have been a shooter at Pine Grove on homecoming. And, you know, John, being that we're sacking the sideline reporter, let's not be remiss. The last time these Cardinals appeared, somebody won $100.
The Tamaqua Area Student Government Association would like to congratulate the 2020 Homecoming Queen, King, and Court. This concludes the 2020 Homecoming ceremony. Thank you again to all faculty, administration, and alumni who participated and made this night possible.
We've got a 16. But they're not just tools, John. They're Mac tools, right? And you're backed by great service from John Chirico. So let's open up that toolbox of yours and see if you don't have a gas can that we can't light a fire and get warm. No, I'm only kidding. We're on the roof of the press box. There's people inside. But let's see if we can delve into the metrics of the first half and find out who measured up to the standards with our first half numbers. John?
Well, the great tools work in all kinds of weather, cold weather, muddy field, doesn't matter. And boy, talk about wielding some tools here in the first half. I mean, again, a 2-point game. When you hear the stats, you'll understand some of the outstanding performances here in this first half. Pine Grove rushed the ball for 11 times for 160 yards. Robinson, 1 carry for -2. Morgan, of course, 1 carry for 50 yards and a touchdown. Leininger, 5 carries, 112 yards and a touchdown. Leininger's 4 for 10 for 60 yards. Morgan, 2 catches for 18. Casey, 2 catches for 42. Here is the tool of the game. Nate Kirby, in a half, 20 carries, 141 yards and a touchdown. Wickersham, 2 touchdowns. Wickersham, 6 carries for 41 yards. Shickram, 4 carries, 32 yards. Hess, 3 carries for 14 yards. 33 carries, 228 yards. 0 for 1 throwing the ball. First downs, unofficially Pine Grove with 3. Tamaqua with 10. And, penalties, actually 5 against Pine Grove and just 1 against Tamaqua. We thought it was going to hurt them until Morgan came up with that great play off the fake punt and took it into the end zone. So pretty close as far as total numbers and pretty close as far as the score.
Well, John, I don't know if you've seen it before. I think I've seen it once before where the homecoming queen has had to take off their tiara to put back on their football helmet.
Oh, boy.
I know it happened at Pine Grove, I believe, with a young lady named Faith Schiffer back in the day. And tonight, Sophia Boyle wins the crown and says, I got to go. My team's coming out on the field to get my helmet.
Got to get back in the group here.
So congratulations to her. But what do you say we take a time out here on the HP Steel and Son Incorporated halftime show, and we're going to come back and get the second half underway. At the break, it's Tamaqua 16, Pine Grove 14. Back with more right after this on T102 Sports.
T102, connected to you through local high school football.
Bobby Hollenbach, the return man for Tamaqua to get the second half underway. We'll spot the Blue Raiders with some good field position to get the third quarter going. 16-14 Tamaqua lead. They'll start at their own 35-yard line. And boy, that sports director, John, who took the night off from being on the sidelines with us, said it's been a bugger of an evening for him as he's had to reheat his pizza and wings while he's been listening to us and watching the live stream at Scoop News.
Is he in a hot tub? That's all. I need to know the answer.
I think he makes his own bubbles.
Oh, we're not going there.
So Wickersham starting in the third quarter the way he did the first as the quarterback in a straight draw has a first down and more. Picks up about 12 yards on the carry. Pushed out of bounds by Shea Morgan.
And they keep giving different looks. I mean, you mentioned that's how they started. Then they went to Gregoire, and he did a tremendous job running that offense. Now, another shakeup as they go back to Wickersham.
Some scores from around the region coming in. Williams Valley now with a 35-0 lead on Marion Catholic. And ACC leading Bethlehem Catholic 21-3. Sliding down is Wickersham. Lost the handle after the whistle blew. Making the tackle is Jackson Haas and Colin Ibarra. George Herring sacking Larry O'Rourke tonight in our Sack the Sideline contest.
Well, congratulations there. And speaking of congratulations, please give Justin a shout out on Scoop News for what he's done all year long.
I'll tell you what he's done all year long has been a staple in the O'Rourke dialect. It's been free. Here comes Curvy, and he's free in the second level, still running strong to the near sideline. He comes. First down and more, pulled out of bounds at the Cardinal 36-yard line. That's good enough for a first down, and Nate Curvy picking up John in the exact spot he left the first half.
You got it 16 yards on his first carry here, unofficially the 12th first down for this impressive run game for Tamaqua tonight.
So 1st and 10 once again for the Blue Raiders. Wickersham still directing the offense, working from the shotgun. Will put Curvy in motion. Schickram standing back, and it looks like a direct bootleg here for Wickersham out of the quarterback spot. Will chunk his way ahead for a pickup of about 9. Josh Leininger coming off the bottom of the pile for the Cardinals.
Boy, so effective. One of the few times all night, Chaz, that they actually went outside somewhat. They've been pounding the middle the whole night, but Wickersham showing a little bit of speed getting to the outside and putting them in great position here for another first down.
So Hollenbach, the lone receiver on the near side. Wickersham under center, hands to Schickram. Schickram pushing the pile forward, still going strong. Clips off about 5 to the 22-yard line. And the Blue Raiders knocking on the door of that Daywald and Lengel red zone with another first down.
Boy, that's been their game, Chess. 13 first downs to unofficially 3 for Pine Grove. Pretty much how the game has gone, but the score much closer than that.
No, we should have stopped and thought a little bit about this. We should have stopped at Daywald and Lengel a long run road, John, and picked up either a Harmon or a Heat and Glow fireplace and set it up here for us as Logan Hess, the ball carrier on first down, picks up 1. Brody Robinson stopping him in his tracks there, making it 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, portable heaters, anything you need to heat you up.
Great to talk to Jeff before we pulled out tonight down there at Daywald and Lengel. So Wickersham will put Hess in motion this time. Back to give. Schickram straight ahead, bowling his way. Picks up about 3. Make it 3rd down and 6.
I'll tell you, the defensive line and linebackers of Pine Grove are earning their money tonight, because this offensive thrust by the line of Tamaqua has just been impressive. They are just pounding people off that line.
So 3rd and 6, the football at the Cardinal 18. Kirby shifting into the backfield. They'll hand to him. Kirby fakes right. Now back to his left. Only going to get 2 this time. Solid up by Nye and Morgan. 4th down and about 4.5, maybe 5 here, John.
Yeah, and easy call here, I think, Chaz. I don't think you're going to see anything fancy. They haven't done anything fancy in the game yet.
Blue Raiders not in a big hurry here.
No, but going to go out of the gun.
Clock under 8 minutes. Wickersham standing back to await the snap. Shickram drifting to the right. Fake to Kirby. Wickersham looking to run around that end. Will get the 1st down and more. He's in for a Blue Raider touchdown. So Nate Wickersham races 17 yards to the house. And the Blue Raiders take the opening possession here in this second half. In for 6.
Yeah, nothing fancy again. A little bit of a look on a fake handoff and took off around that right side. I think they have found something there, Chaz, as Wickersham picked up a 1st down last time off that side, but banging it into the end zone, Nate Wickersham.
Well, you can tell Joey Shimo's working hard tonight, finding all sorts of propaganda to send our way, but I believe there's been a scoring change in Jim Thorpe after the 2-point conversion attempt. We'll take a look at that, or listen to that rather. So Gregoire in now on the 2-point conversion. The full house in effect to give Kirby straight ahead, and he'll walk into the end zone for 2 with 7:42 left to play here in the 3rd. It's Tamaqua 24, Pine Grove 14. Here comes Joey from Mock Chunk back after this on T102 Sports.
Okay, Joey Simo reporting in from the Jim Thorpe Nativity game. With 4:25 on the clock in the second quarter, it was a 7-yard TD pass from Daviar Falcano to Cameron Tejero and puts Jim Thorpe up 14-7.
This year.
.102 Sports.
So the Blue Raiders into the end zone. Here comes Aiden Nye springing out to about the 35-yard line. But let's take a look at our Tamaqua area Sunbury Motors Drive summary, John.
Well, how about 4 minutes and 14 seconds? Again, an extended drive, 9 plays, total of 65 yards. Wickersham, 17-yard touchdown run. Curvy banging in another deuce.
Well, John, a scoring change in the city of Pottsville. Blue Mountain now leading the Tide 7-6. The 9th clash of 61. I'm not sure what number in the series it is for those two schools, but Frank Herndon talking earlier this morning on Step Up to the Mic. Had the opportunity to talk to he and Bob Duce, who have kept that alive as this pass is incomplete. And he said there's only been 2 games that have been blowouts in the series since the Traveling Trophy's been introduced.
That's it. It has been some, we've seen some good games. We saw a game a couple years ago when we were doing games on PPA, Chaz. You and I did some Pottsville games there, and this is, again, a game that everybody expected would be close as we get to crunch time in those standings for D11 play.
So 2nd down and 10 Leininger looking to throw again over the seam, complete to Robinson, a first down, and Brody hits right around midfield, getting to the mud spot and slips down there. So that'll be at the 49-yard line where Robinson falls. It'll be good enough for a first down after a 14-yard pickup.
And I'm sure they're looking forward now to getting Leininger going, throwing the ball.
24-14, Tamaqua leading Pine Grove.
Fourth first down for those Cardinals.
The wind's starting to pick up a little more, John, being a little more persistent. As here comes Leininger, he's going to run the football. He'll get a first down into Raider territory at the 39, maybe 38-yard line is where they're going to spot this football.
Yeah, big 11 yards, and Leininger continues to roll up numbers on the ground. He's now over 120 yards rushing in this game.
So another first down here for the Cardinals. Clock continuing to tick away here. 6:25 and moving. Third quarter. There's Morgan across the formation. Leininger looking to throw this time. Everything covered up. Going to have to try and find his way out of trouble. And Leininger will. First down. Picks up about 12 yards on the tote, John.
I'll tell you.
Sticks once again.
Great defense by the defensive backfield of Tamaqua, but Leininger proving his prowess here. 25 yards on 2 carries here in this second half.
When everything's covered up, that Josh Leininger is a pretty flexible kid. That could be our Phoenix Physical Therapy flexible play of the game, John.
Yeah, he's had a couple of them. I got to tell you, flexible young man, to say the least.
3 receiver set. Again, they look to that bubble screen from Morgan. Morgan going to cut back across the grain here into the center of the defense. Might have collected a yard. It's second down and 9 at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, not a lot there good. Everybody kind of held their position for the Tamaqua Blue Raiders, and that held them to just that 1-yard pickup.
Official's going to stop things here. All the Blue Raiders are going to be headed to the sideline for some attention. Well, they just keep on getting bigger coming in here. How about Spencer Dennis checking in, a freshman, John, 6'1", 299.
Yeah, that's a front door. That's not a side door.
Leininger looking to throw, sets up downfield, passes complete for Morgan at the 5. Will break 1 tackle, headed for the end zone, and he's in. Shea Morgan, not to be denied that time, is in for a 25-yard touchdown toss from Josh Leininger.
Yeah, boy, I'll tell you, he runs a great pattern, but it's what he does after he catches the ball. He stopped dead, made a quick move, dives into the end zone. Pine Grove alive again.
So let's see if the Cardinals are going to send Leininger into the field this time. Is he going to run the offense to look for 2?
It appears that way now.
We have not seen anybody attempt a point after here on this surface tonight. So Leininger in the shotgun. Rolling to his right, looking, lets it loose, and the pass is intercepted. And the 2-point conversion no good. Logan Hess coming up with the football. 5:12 left to go in the third quarter. It's Tamaqua 24, Pine Grove 20. Back with more right after this on T102 Sports.
Minersville drove 69 yards and scored on a Schwam to Grace pass and made the extra point. With 6:19 in the third period, it's 14 for Minersville, 13 for Schuylkill Haven.
Barn burner at Rotary Field, and we've got a little something brewing here in Tamaqua. 24-20 as the Cardinals back into the end zone. John, let's talk about that Sunbury Motors Company drive summary.
Well, 2 minutes and 24 seconds is all it took. 6 plays, a 64-yard drive, 25-yard touchdown pass, Leininger to Morgan, but no good on the conversion.
Well, the Cardinals try a little chicanery there. Squib the kick, a little onside attempt. Morgan almost racing it down. But the Blue Raiders able to get possession of the football, and will start this one right at their own 39-yard line.
Yeah, in my vernacular, that's shenanigans. Looking for anything to turn the tide here a little bit. Tamaqua looking these long drives going down to Pine Grove with a quick strike coming back. A turnover is what Pine Grove needs now to really turn the tide.
Wickersham running with the football on first down. Will cross the 40 to the 41. Picks up 2. Colin Ibarra will stop him there. Josh Leininger the first to contact. Second down and 8.
Well, again, it's all ground game. We've only seen the Blue Raiders attempt one pass, and that was very late in that first half.
So a second down and 8. Play clock hasn't started.
Don't know. There it goes.
Now they got it. A little delayed start to that.
Frozen fingers.
How about that? They're going to shift everybody to the far side of the field. 4 receivers all stacked up. Wickersham going to try and run behind it. Wickersham cuts up inside, has a first down and more. Goes head-to-head with Shea Morgan. Wickersham going to win that battle, however, and will be pulled down at the 44-yard line.
16 big yards, but more important again, that all-important first down.
Crimson Tide of Pottsville retaking the lead against Blue Mountain. It's 13-7. Crimson Tide out in front. About a minute left to go in the third quarter there.
Another great battle between two big-time foes.
Nate Kirby looking to hustle his way ahead. Gains about 3. Upended across the way. Making the tackle for the Cardinals, Aaron Crumrine.
Crumrine having quite a game, defensive side of the ball.
So, 2nd and 7. I'll tell you what, Sam Bonner can basically shuffle the deck with any of these kids running the football, though.
Absolutely.
Here comes Wickersham again, straight ahead quarterback draw. Picks up about 5 yards, making it 3rd down and 2.
Chaz, no surprises here tonight. We expected this kind of game coming in. Pine Grove using the fake punt, which was a biggie. Leininger's running skills, and then the big-time Leininger to Morgan. Passing. Tamaqua just pounding the rock.
So 3rd and 2. And off this time, Gregoire is going to give to Kirby. He'll step through the line as the first down to the Cardinal 30-yard line. Brody Robinson making another tackle. And John, you know you've had an active night as a defensive player when your number's about to become unreadable in your white jersey. And that's because of the mud.
Playing in the mud is a big deal. Has it had a real effect on this game? I don't think so, except not trying for extra points. Other than that, with all the rain, not too bad.
Gregoire out from underneath. And the give this time is going to be Nate Kirby. Picks up 2. And last time, might not be the last time, but I can remember a game here in Tamaqua that was played over 3 days. Jim Gross and I, back in our Blue Mountain calls when we used to have another radio station in the mix, And it rained so hard that night you lost sight of the field. And then they wanted to come back on Saturday morning, but Mike Chromiak would probably string me up for telling this story. They never canceled the fertilizer company to come and spray the field down because the schedule was the next day. Yeah, the truck sunk into the field and the game had to be played again resumed on Monday. Timeout going to be taken here by the Blue Raiders. 1:05 left to play, third quarter. It's Tamaqua 24, Pine Grove 20. Back after this on T102 Sports.
Now back to Chaz and JP for local high school football on T102.
The Blue Raiders take a timeout with 1:05 left to play here in the third quarter. A 24-20 advantage. They have second down and 8 at the Pine Grove 28-yard line. So everybody's in. Lots of movement. Wickersham never came out from under center. Let's find out. It's going to be a false start on the Blue Raiders. That'll take 2nd and 8 to 2nd and 13.
Boy, that's the last thing. Again, Chaz, you mentioned again now, after a timeout, you tell everybody, we're moving, we got to pull this off, boom, and you get a penalty. Gray hair time for all head coaches.
So 2nd and 13. Wickersham out from underneath. Going to handle Logan Hess. Hess off the right side, skips out of one tackle. Still going strong. Will have the first down and more. Gain of around 15 yards on the carry for Logan Hess.
Boy, this was big time now, Chaz. Big time. Keeps the drive going after that unfortunate and unforced error. But most important, a first down. And now knocking on the door again. Unofficially, 17 first downs for the Blue Raiders.
Wickersham on the keep. Will work off the left side. Inside the 15 to the 12. And they've continued to move through the Daywald and Lingle red zone.
What they do best is what they've done all game long.
John, I don't know about you, but the third quarter is coming down, and I'm feeling a little hungry. I don't know how you feel about Grandma's cooking, but I know somebody's going to be cooking as the fan of the game here tonight.
I got to tell you, favorite place from the neighborhood, Grandma's Restaurant. We put 5 minutes on the clock. Register now at the T102 Facebook fan page for a chance to win. But you got plenty of time to visit the all-new Grandma's Restaurant. Check out Grandma's new menu, but you can always come back to the best in comfort food with hot turkey, hot roast beef sandwiches daily, homemade pot pie on Tuesdays or mac and fish Fridays. Grandma's Burgers are homemade every day, open Tuesday through Saturday with pickup and delivery available. Just call Grandma at 570-628-5178.
So head to the Facebook fan page now. I know Fran had a great brisket on Saturday, so you never know what Fran's got cooking at Grandma's Restaurant. Back after 30 seconds. Fourth quarter about to come. The final 12 minutes on the board. We're at the turn. It's Tamaqua 24, Pine Grove 20. The old granddad is coming up next here on T102 Sports. Made Wickersham on 2nd and 4. Will make it 3rd and 3 after a 1-yard gain to about the 10-yard line.
Well, Wickersham doing most of the carries here in this second half. Kirby still toting it for 5 times. So Wickersham has carried the load here.
Crimson Tide have come to life with just over 7 minutes left to go in the fourth. Now have a 20-7 lead on Blue Mountain as Nate Carey will move forward inside the 10 around the 9. This may be an interesting position. But we do have a timeout on the field. We're going to take one, too. This timeout brought to us by the folks at Lehigh Valley Health Network and Lehigh Valley Hospital Schuylkill. Back after this, 11:09 left to go in the ball game. It's 24-20. Tamaqua out in front of Pine Grove right here on T102 Sports.
T102 Sports.
Injured Blue Raider player able to make his way to the sidelines under his own power. It will be 4th down and about a yard to go here for the Blue Raiders.
Crunch time.
Boy, could this be an uplifting play here on either side.
Absolutely.
As Gregoire will climb under center. Out from underneath to give Wickersham, and let's see where they're going to mark the football. He is a lanky fella, so it could be enough. The Cardinals think they've denied the first down. Let's see what Jim Toomey has to say about it. He's going to call for the sticks.
It must be pretty close because they're close to the sideline there and no decision. Those Pine Grove defensive players were fired up, though, Chaz. I think they absolutely believe they stopped them.
So let's see. They're going to walk the chains out. Stretch it out. And I don't know. Let's see. First down by the nose of the football. Wickersham able to get the first down. Make it 1st and 10 around the 9-yard line.
Well, you look at it. You needed one. He got one. That's all that mattered.
So 1st and goal here for the Blue Raiders.
What a big play.
Start a 4th quarter score in Jim Thorpe, where the Olympians lead the Green Wave 28-7, John.
Boy, they came alive in that game. Close early, but Mark Rosenberger's kid's really turning it on now.
Give the Logan Hess on a little bit of a scissors. Picks up a few. Brody Robinson saying that's going to be where you're going to end up. Might have picked up 3 to the 5-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal here for Tamaqua.
Well, Robinson, as usual, boy, I'll tell you, he sticks his nose in so often from that defensive position, Chaz. Going into tonight's game, 105 tackles going into the game.
And he might be around 120 right now, John. He's had an active night.
Incredible night.
High snap, but Wickersham able to corral it, headed towards the goal line, reaches out, and is in for the touchdown. Threw that football out there, John, and Greg Mentzer signaling that's 6.
Wickersham, big second half, his 2nd rushing touchdown in his second half. And, yeah, that's a dangerous play sometimes, Chaz, but he pulled it off.
Blue Raider marching unit going crazy across the way. They'll put on their field show after the ball game. At least that's what we were instructed with all the senior night and homecoming festivities here. They did not perform their field show before the game or at the break. The Blue Raiders going to line up for the 2-point try here. Gregoire looking for a signal across the way. Now ready, back shifting. Give is going to be curvy, and he shuffles his way in for two. 9:38 remaining here in the fourth quarter. It's the Blue Raiders 32, Pine Grove 20. Back with more right after this on WAVT Pottsville.
T102, your local high school football connection.
So Nate Wickersham punches in another touchdown. Nate Kirby with another 2-point attempt. 32-20, Tamaqua leads Pine Grove. John, what's our Sunbury Motors Company drive summary look like?
Well, I got to tell you, this is what it's all about with ball control. 7 minutes and 30 seconds they control the ball, 14 plays, 61-yard total drive. Of course, the 5-yard run by Wickersham, and another deuce for Kirby, as now Wickersham has carried the ball 11 times in this second half.
Christy Henry, our Grandma's Restaurant fan of the game tonight on Facebook, as Brody Robinson will bring it back to the 40. And that's where the Cardinals will take possession of the football. Boy, I'll tell you what, our game reporters are stacking up along the runway. Let's hear from Larry O from Schuylkill Haven.
At Schuylkill Haven, the Miners drove 59 yards and a pass from Schwam to Davis, 14 yards for a touchdown. They missed the extra point with 2:13 in the third period. Minersville 20, Schuylkill Haven 13.
Minersville, the Battling Miners leading the Hurricanes. Leininger sets this one on its way. It's incomplete. Trying to get Dalton Giese in double coverage. Couldn't come up with that one.
Well, the coverage by the secondary for Tamaqua has been strong all night. They gave up that one touchdown pass, but so much of that was the individual effort of Morgan on that play. But they've been tough.
Where'd this wind come from?
Well, I don't know. Your direction.
Well, I'm trying to block it. I hope I'm doing good.
Papers are flying.
Papers are flying. So second down and 10. Leininger looking to throw again. Going to have to tuck. Drifting and just kind of shovels it away. And let's see. They're going to point and say a receiver was in the vicinity.
Yep. Good call. Officials right on top of the play. Tell you, I think the officials have done a great job tonight, Chaz. Again, that's what you want in these big games.
Jacob Wasserleben and company forcing the issue there. So 3rd and 10 after another incompletion here for Leininger. Giese going to shift across the formation. Blue Raiders bringing the house now with a lead. Leininger looking to throw down the center of the field. Incomplete, intended for Morgan. 12-point Tamaqua lead. Stops the clock with 9:17 left to go. And Joey Shimo checking in once again from Jim Thorpe.
Joey Shimo reporting in from the Jim Thorpe Nativity game. The score he picked up here in the fourth quarter was CD pass from Xavier Calcano to Ian Hubbard at the 11:52 mark to put Jim Thorpe up 28-7. Then with 8:21 to go in the fourth quarter, it was a 36-yard TD run by Salvador Capria, and that's where the score is right now. It's 35-7 Jim Thorpe.
Leininger going for it, hit as he throws. The ball tipped, incomplete. And the Blue Raiders will get the football back at their own 40 as Frank Gaffney says, let's go for it here, and not going to pan out.
No, and it's crunch time. I mean, I don't think he had a choice here, Chaz. Had to do their best to come up with a first down because the way that Tamaqua's been running the clock off. They had to keep possession. I don't think it would have made any sense to kick it away there.
Fourth quarter score in Monoy City. It's the Golden Bears 47, Shenandoah Valley nothing. And the Tide back on the board. 6 minutes left to play in that ball game. It's 27-7. Pottsville leading Blue Mountain. Here comes Wickersham on 1st and 10. Wickersham slipping out of some tackles, a first down and more. Picking up a big-time gain. Tackle made by Aiden Nye, but not before Wickersham makes his way to the Cardinal 25-yard line.
What a half by Wickersham. 15 yards on that carry. More importantly, how about the 19th, unofficially 19th first down for the Blue Raiders, and obviously everyone coming on the ground.
Wind changing direction, John. There's no way I can get in front of it for you here.
I'm going to have to count on Scoop News to save me from the other direction here.
The Blue Raiders still on the move. Wickersham fakes to Kirby, headed towards the outside, got the corner, and it's going to be a foot race as Wickersham will be upended by Morgan and falls into the end zone for 6 more.
Wow. I can only say
however,
wow.
hold on, John. There's a penalty flag on the field at the 25-yard line, and it's going to be a hold against the Blue Raiders. It'll be step back from there. It'll make it, instead of a touchdown, a 1st and 20.
Boy, and I'll tell you, what a great run by Wickersham, and only the 3rd penalty of the game against the Blue Raiders, but couldn't have come at a worse time as Wickersham just great at bouncing to the outside and taking it that deep.
So that'll step it back here. Clock stopped with 8:17 remaining.
Well, that's the most important thing for Pine Grove at this point, is the clock is stopped on that. So gives them a chance to regroup here a little bit.
Wickersham in the shotgun will bring Schickram across the formation. Fakes to Curvy, now going off the left side this time. And Wickersham will work his way to about the 28. That'll make it 2nd down and long here, about 13 yards to go for the first down here for the Blue Raiders.
And keeping it on the ground, Chaz. Clock on their side, running game on their side. Hats off to this offensive line of Tamaqua. They have controlled that line of scrimmage and allowed for this wonderful rushing game of the Blue Raiders to put up some big, big numbers.
Wickersham awaits the snap. Going to keep it directly this time. No fake involved. Looking to get to the outside. A flag coming in. Wickersham picking up some decent real estate inside the 20, right around the 16-yard line. I have a feeling there's going to be another hold, JP, against the Blue Raiders.
Little discussion here. Jim Toomey pointing, I don't.
Or is he
I'm not
counting?
sure.
Not sure if he's counting players. Let's see. Here comes Jim. He'll make his way. An illegal block below the waist on Pine Grove.
On Pine Grove.
Yes, sir.
Well, let's look and see.
And that's tacked on to the end of the run. So now it'll make it a 1st and goal for the Blue Raiders around the 8-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you, that was huge. Huge at a very tough part of the game, Chaz. So Wickersham comes up with another great run, and as you say, they tack it on at the end.
It'll be interesting to count up all these penalty yards, JP.
Oh, boy. These last two, that last one is a real stickler.
Wickersham finds the end zone, and the Blue Raiders back on the board. Is that 3 in this half for Nate Wickersham?
Yeah, he's owned the second half. He has owned it.
I think the Blue Raiders are going to let the homecoming queen try and put one through here.
Absolutely. What better way to cap the evening? I used to say Mr. Boyle about her brother. Now I say Miss Boyle with the attempt.
Out of the hold of Wickersham. Snaps high, placement's down, the kick is up, and the kick is no good. So 6:58 remaining, and it's Tamaqua 38, Pine Grove 20. Back to the land of running water after this on T102 Sports.
Like what you're hearing with high school football on T102? Check out the video stream to see it with Scoop News.
Back here in Tamaqua, the Blue Raiders back on the board again. Nate Wickersham, another touchdown run. And what's the Sunbury Motors Company drive summary look like on that one, John?
Well, 2 minutes, 10 seconds, just 5 plays. They went 40 total yards with an 8-yard run by Wickersham for the TD, and of course the extra point no good.
So Josh Leininger will bring the football out to the 34-yard line. That's where Pine Grove will set up shop with 6:52 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Trailing Tamaqua 38-20.
Yeah, and now, Chaz, they have no choice. They're going to have to go air Leininger, air Morgan, air Giese, but it's got to be done through the air here.
I understand that there is a final in Jim Thorpe. The Olympians picking up the win. Well, let's see what the Cardinals have here.
Yeah, Mark Rosenberger's kid's getting hot at the right time of the year.
Morgan across the formation. Leininger looking to throw, sets up over the middle. It's complete to Morgan. Morgan's going to get a head full of steam right here. Foot race at the 20.
Quick. He's
10,
gone.
5, touchdown Cardinals.
Well, Chaz, I don't call them all right, but when I said they had to go air Leininger to Morgan or Giese, it's Morgan 66-yard catch and run. Pine Grove right back in it.
I might even be able to do that drive summary when we come back, Joe.
I'll put you on the spot.
I just don't have the seconds, I can tell you that. But it was seconds. So the Cardinals, I would imagine, are going to go for 2 here. Bring this back to a 10-point ball game if they can cash it in. Leininger in the gun, Morgan in motion. They're going to toss to him. Morgan looking to get to the far side corner and not going to find the end zone on this one. The extra point try, no good. 6:39 left to play, fourth quarter. It's Tamaqua 28, Pine Grove 26. Let's find out what's going on at Rotary Field. Here's Larry.
At Schuylkill Haven at the start of the fourth quarter, Luke Tobin of Minersville returned a fumble, 7 yards. The extra point was good. Tipped off. Schuylkill Haven returned the touchdown, 67 yards from Connor Goring. The extra point was good, and here at the start of the fourth quarter, it's 27-27, a tie with Schuylkill Haven and Minersville.
T102 Sports.
Sunbury Motors Company drive summary. We'll do this in tandem, John. One
play, 11 seconds.
64 yards. Leininger to Morgan for 6, and it's 2-point conversion, no good. 38-26, Tamaqua out in front.
Squibber.
Morgan tries the onside affair, and the Blue Raiders saying, we're not going to have any of that. As I believe it was Lucas Schickram coming up with the football and falling down at the 47-yard line on the Cardinal side of the 50.
Boy, and that's what it's all about. You put your good hands people up there. Schickram gathers it in, gets down, keeps possession, and puts these Blue Raiders in a great spot here late in the game.
So 1st and 10, and Gregoire back out to run the offense. Full house backfield. The hand is to Kirby. Kirby straight ahead, upended after about a 3-yard pickup. Colin Ibarra in on the stop. It's 2nd down and about 8 after a 2-yard pickup officially, John.
Yeah, no, they have just so many strong running backs. They're keeping it very simple, not a lot of faking. It's hand the ball off, let them pound it up, and more important, keep possession.
The Blue Raiders just trying to let some more time slip away here. That'll be Wickersham in the gun. Schickram across the formation. Wickersham will run to his left. Bounces out of one tackle, has a 1st down. Picks up about 8 yards, enough to move the chains to the 37.
I talked about the gaudy numbers that Kirby put up rushing in the first half, and Wickersham doing the same here in the second half. Gaudy number, unofficially 21 first downs, and obviously every one of the yards gained by the Blue Raiders tonight on the ground.
Did they attempt one pass, I think?
One
John,
pass was it.
Certainly a contrast in styles in this one, and the running game on a cold night in October has proven to be the winning formula thus far. As here comes Wickersham again, slips off the left edge. Might have got 3. Making the stop for the Cardinals, Hunter McConnell. 2nd down and 7 here for the Blue Raiders.
Yeah, and don't expect anything different, whether you're listening or joining us on Scoop News. This has been the game plan from the get-go by Sam Bonner's kids. Don't expect any difference now.
So 2nd down and 7. Wickersham will bring Hess in motion. Wickersham going to keep the football again off the right side this time, and will tumble his way to about the 31-yard line. Brody Robinson, Josh Leininger making the stop, and a timeout going to be taken by the Cardinals. 4:16 left to play here in the 4th quarter. It's Tamaqua 38, Pine Grove 26. Back after these words on T102 Sports.
Two or 3 minutes of the 4th period. The scoring continues. A 62-yard pass from Schwam to Polinsky for Minersville. Minersville went for 2, and it's now Minersville 35, Schuylkill-Haven 27, with 8:25 in the 4th period.
Whoa, baby. How about that game at Rotary Field?
We keep hearing these scores, and again, we know what a difference they're going to make in standings heading into the District 11 playoffs, but some real shootouts tonight.
The final score at Jim Thorpe, 35-13. Olympians down Nativity. Nativity got into the end zone late on a 2-yard run by Cody Miller, but Joey's saying the red swarm coming to life is here's Lucas Schickram running his way ahead down to the 24-yard line. Will be another first down here for the Blue Raiders.
Schick with another big 7 yards, and again, just pounding, relentless attack by these Blue Raiders tonight.
And Father Time on the side of the Blue Raiders here is we're under 4 minutes left to go in the ball game.
Yeah, when you think about it, some of these drives took so much time all night, but you got to give it to Pine Grove for coming back with big plays when they had to.
Each team with 2 timeouts remaining. Here comes Curvey. Not going to find it easy trying to get to the corner. Coming up is Lane Lehman to get in the way of that. Another timeout going to be taken, but this time by the Blue Raiders. 3:27 left to go, and it's 38-26. Tamaqua leading Pine Grove. Back after this on T102 Sports.
T102, connected to you through local high school football.
So a gain of 1 for Curvey will make it 2nd down and 9. Football at the 23-yard line here for the Blue Raiders in Pine Grove territory.
I think they'll run it.
Oh, John, I don't think there's much of a question there, is there? And guess who? Wickersham rolling ahead, but not for a big gain. And now as it comes to 3rd down, the Cardinals going to use a timeout. We'll join them. 3:20 left to go, 4th quarter. It's Tamaqua 38, Pine Grove 26. We'll resume after this break on T102 Sports.
T102 Sports.
3rd down and 8 for the Blue Raiders. Wickersham going to go under center this time. Schickram the lone setback. They're going to fake to him, give to Hess. Hess cuts up inside, not going to get enough for the first down. As Colin Ibarra there to make the stop. Hess going to make it 4th down and 4. Josh Leininger also involved in the tackle.
Again, the good hands people putting it in the hands of these very capable running backs, and they just keep grinding it. But here it is, Chaz. If Pine Grove can rise to the occasion here, come up with another one of their big passing plays, they'd be right back in it.
Cardinals do not have any more timeouts. Blue Raiders with a 4th and 4 again, going to scatter everybody to the near side. Wickersham going to run behind it. And Wickersham will have the first down. Tackled at the 11-yard line. And they have heated the place with Harmon and Heat and Glow Stoves in that Daywald and Lingo red zone, these Blue Raiders. And that one might be salting things away here, John, as we're coming up on 2 minutes and 15 seconds and that clock rolling.
Yeah, and Wickersham, I said, I've seen some dominating performances. Thought we saw one in the first half with Curvey, and Wickersham has just added to that this whole second half.
So they bring Gregoire back into the fold here. Gregoire going to give Curvey off the left side. Looked to cut back and stopped in his tracks. Colin Ibarra, another big stop here for the Cardinals. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, and who knew coming in that we were going to see Gregoire run this offense from the quarterback position for most of the night. A little bit of a tweak, and Sam had told us they tweaked a little bit with the defensive backfield, and that has paid off for them big time as they have forced Leininger into a real tough throwing night.
So 2nd down and 10, about a minute to go. Gregoire under center. Will take a knee. See how long it takes the official to spot the football. 40-second clock has begun. They do have to snap it one more time.
Yeah, and Chaz, looking at this, I mean, this is a receiver, Gregoire, almost all season. What better man to put the ball into his hands to make sure steady handoffs, and they come out with the big win.
And that's going to do it. He takes the knee once again. The final score in this one, Tamaqua 38, Pine Grove 26. Back with the MI Windows and Doors postgame show right after these words on T102 Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your listening and viewing entertainment at this time, the Tamaqua Area School District proudly presents the 93rd season of the Warrior Marching Band. The band is under the field direction of drum majors Laura Mays and Jillian Harbaugh. Our field show opens with Muse's rock hit Uprising, arranged by Tom Wallace. This is quickly followed by the Mark Ronson and Bruno Mars hit Uptown Funk, arranged by Jay Bothell. Next, we'll get you moving with the pop hit Feel It Still by the band in Portugal, The Man. The band closes its performance with the timeless hit from Journey, Open Arms. This performance's featured soloists will be Nastasia Orlock, Taylor Rogers, Riley Bush, Bree Snyder, and Peter McGinley.
If Larry called a recording, put it in. If not, don't worry about it.
And now, we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the sights and the sounds of the pride of Tamaqua, the Raider Marching Band.
Yeah, I was going to say Hess.
Okay, good enough.
Linebacker.
Good
First
enough for me.
name?
Logan. And he played safety tonight.
Yeah, he had a great game.
Sounds good to me.
You okay? Where do I put him down as quarterback the run if they expected to win this game. They did not. Said Tamaqua would have to stop the all-out passing attack of Pine Grove when they did. Tamaqua comes away with the victory.
John, hats off to Blue Red or Rockwood running the football with the chance and Kirby.
Well, it came very early in the game. Of course, Leininger takes off, goes 91 yards for a touchdown. Everybody's looking around here at homecoming like, wow, how do we answer that? I thought the uplifting play of the game came 2 plays there when Nate Kirby took a handoff, 6 yards for a touchdown, kind of set the tone for the rest of the night for the Tamaqua running back. Shivering I have to tell you, it was a very, very tough
leadership of the East, President Randy Yard, Vice President Alexa Kowalski, Secretary Taylor, Quartermaster Jeff Hallmark, Head Librarian Zach Rose, Chelsea
yards, 2 touchdowns. Wickersham, 26 carries, 183 yards, 3 touchdowns. Shickram, 7 carries, 47 yards. Hess, 7 carries, 36 yards. About 69 carries for unofficially 442 yards on the ground. They threw the ball once, unsuccessful there, and also rang up 23 first downs in the ball game. We've seen some big games and some great running attacks in individual games. This one just blew me away.
Well, with all those yardage, there had to be a lineman, John, that took control in the trenches. And let's talk about our Savage 61 Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram lineman of the game. It's your first call when your credit has you on the sidelines at Pennsylvania's most awarded dealership. And, John, I thought Jacob Wasserleben, not only on the offensive side as a tackle, but on the defensive side as the end, put some pressure on Josh Leininger and made him a little uncomfortable when he dropped back to throw it. And Jacob Wasserleben will get our Savage 61 lineman of the game honors tonight.
Absolutely well earned.
And, John, our defensive player of the game brought to us by Aaron Sales and Lease. At Aaron's, the big score gets you started. This player prevented a big score tonight. Who'd you like for the defensive player of the game here this evening?
Well, there were so many, but I thought Logan Hess, moving the safety, he did a job all night against a very talented receiving crew for the Pine Grove Cardinals. They all did. I thought Logan Hess tonight for Tamaqua out of his safety position was the Aaron's Sales and Lease defensive player of the game.
TB Landscaping turns your property into the all-star in your neighborhood. John, it's not just spreading mulch or planting bushes. I mean, you're talking winter time's coming, and Terry and the gang can move those snow piles for you. And yes, it snowed in some parts of our area this morning, but this player brought their A game tonight. John, who'd you like as our TB Landscaping player of the game?
Well, this is a tougher one, Chaz, because both these guys, the running backs tonight were terrific, but I got to tell you, Nate Wickersham, normally under center all the time, moves more to a running back, and then in the second half runs out of the shotgun. How about these for numbers? 26 carries, 183 yards, 3 touchdowns from both the quarterback and running back position. So we're looking at TB Landscaping player of the game, Nate Wickersham.
Well, JP, that's going to round up the regular season for us here on T102 Sports. And boy, oh boy, are we going to miss Justin Reed and Scoop News, folks. This is the last time that we'll have the video with our audio, as now that we move into the playoffs, the district committee decided they were looking for Justin to pay for his services, which he doesn't make a dime on. And to be honest with you, our first endeavor in this, I think, went very swimmingly. His camera work and his ability to deliver such a quality product for you to see and hear us at the same time has been unmatched. And it's been a community service, and if you're unhappy, we're not sure where we're going here in the district playoffs just yet. If you're unhappy, we encourage you to reach out to the District 11, as Justin, again, did this to help all of those folks that could not come in to see the football games with which we were at, or to give you an opportunity to watch another game for free.
Yeah, we talk about creativity in a year that was crazy, where many people just obviously did not get to see their kids play in person. Scoop News came through for so many people in the area. We give our heartfelt thanks to Justin, and traveling with him, he has taught us a lot of lessons in humor as we've gone along.
It's interesting. It's news reported straight down the line.
You got that right.
It's news reporting, not news opinion with Scoop News, and that's much appreciated as well. Well, we got to thank Mark Michaels, the executive producer back there at Chaos Central, who will have scores from around the region and let you know exactly what happened tonight in high school football. John, I'll see you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. on AM 1360 and 105.9 FM 106 for WPPA Sports Saturday. We're going to line up our guests here when we go off the air, and we'll recap what happened tonight tomorrow morning between 9 and 10.
Yeah, and I would ask a favor before you sign off on Scoop News tonight. Please get on that website and thank Justin for what he's done for so many people, because we appreciate it.
Notre Dame football tomorrow afternoon here on T102. Penn State tomorrow night on WPPA. And that's the lineup, along with the Eagles and the Cowboys on Sunday on WPPA for your football weekend here around the Pottsville Broadcasting Company. That's going to do it here from Tamaqua with the final score tonight. The Blue Raiders 38, Pine Grove 26, and you heard it all on T102 Sports.
Thanks for tuning in to the high school.
Okay, great job, man.